Right, before we get started here, I just want to say a big apologies for Tyler's microphone through the entirety of this podcast. We don't know exactly what happened. It's never been an issue in the past, but for whatever reason, the mic was just, the gain was super high. The volume was super high on the mic when we were recording, and we didn't realize until afterwards. And so this is sort of what we're stuck with, is Tyler's mic just sort of peaks all the time, so it sounds like if he's speaking loudly, it sounds super aggressive. I've tried to turn the audio down a little bit to like soften it a bit, but you can still tell that it's breaking the microphone when he's speaking into it. There's nothing else we could do about that. I've done my very, very best. Hopefully you don't notice it too much, but I wanted to apologize before we got going anyway. I hope you enjoy. This video is powered by, as always, Entertainment. If you enjoyed this content, consider becoming a patron over on patreon.com/asalways for access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, The Kill Connor Clubhouse, early access to the Cinema Room podcast, being part of polls for future videos, and other early access material. With that said, please enjoy the video. Marvel's Phase 4 and some of Phase 5 was announced at San Diego Comic-Con recently in the past couple of weeks, and I am here, myself, James, joined, as always, by Tyler.
As always.
To talk about it. As always, this is how it is every single time.
Yeah.
And we're here to talk about Marvel, Phase 4, Phase 5, Comic-Con, all the information. It's going to be great. This isn't a Kill Connor Club. It's we don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know what it is.
It's just a video, man. I just happen to be here for it.
Exactly. And we're talking about it. We're talking about Phase 4 and Phase 5. Mm-hmm. So, let's, I guess...
Yeah, get started.
Begin.
Bit of a surprise, I think, is that Phase 4 has about as much in it, content-wise, you'd expect, but it's only 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then doesn't include... Because what we've come to gather from Marvel is, they get all their heroes, especially in Phase 3. Everyone's kind of got some shine in that phase that leads up to this combined finish that was Infinity War and Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
We saw all our heroes in some way, shape, or form throughout the movies. In this phase... There's a lot of heroes here.
There are a few
that aren't going to be involved whatsoever. Guardians aren't in there. Black Panther's not in there. Captain Marvel's not in there.
Thank God.
At this point, Spider-Man's not in there, though I'm pretty sure that Spider-Man 3 will be Phase 4.
Yes, because they said...
There's 11 projects.
And there's one they can't announce for whatever reason.
Oh, you mean because Sony owns
the rights? Exactly. It's Spider-Man, and they'll be doing it because 2021 will be... Spider-Man.
Yeah, because they did 2017 Homecoming, 2019 Far From Home, 2021. They'll do a Spider-Man every 2 years. It made over $1 billion. It's the first Spider-Man movie that's ever made that much money.
That's insane.
Far From Home did. So I think we're safe on that one. But yeah, let's get into each of the movies first, and then we'll kind of break it down. May 1st, 2020. Not a shock. The first thing to kick off the phase is Black Widow. Standalone.
I also don't care.
Do you not?
Do you care?
I mean, I'm excited. I like Black Widow a lot,
I hope she doesn't die in it. That'd be so sad. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know what's going to happen.
You son of a bitch. For 2020, of all the things on this list, I'll say this is my number one.
Yep, I think I agree. Yep.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Cannot wait.
Then in November of 2020, but the Falcon and Winter Soldier is Disney Plus series as well, I have to note. We have the Eternals, which is a whole new set of heroes being introduced into the MCU. Then we head into 2021, which has a shitload of projects in it. February, Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
Another new introduction to the MCU.
Interesting.
Then in spring of 2021, a Disney Plus series, WandaVision, with Scarlet Witch and the Vision.
Yeah.
And that will directly link into the movie that comes out May 7th, 2021, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, love that title.
Great title.
I'm a fan.
And they said it's a horror flick.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently so. To what extent, we don't know.
Yeah, sure.
But
sure. Then we've got 3 Disney Plus shows in a row here. Spring 2021 as well will be Loki, So you'd imagine it's the end of May, and you'll have WandaVision before May 7th, before Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Since this is the tie-in. During the summer of 2021, Marvel Studios' What If series, animated series.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We don't know what this is going to be. But
yeah, a series that isn't canon. What could have happened.
Not canon, yeah.
But lots of people come back to do voice acting, which is cool.
Yeah, pretty fun.
For 2021, Hawkeye.
Yes, Hawkeye.
Very excited about that. That'll be interesting. And November 5th, 2021, to end out Phase 4, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Also great title.
Yeah, and a cool logo as well.
Very cool.
That logo's fucking awesome.
So, of all of that, how do you feel about Phase 4?
Oh, pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Not great?
I mean, when you look at it in comparison to something like Phase 3...
There's only 5 movies in it.
Yeah, a lot of this... That's something I noticed. A lot of this is shows. But I think that's a good thing in a way. They're trying to push...
Half, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to push these shows. And I think that shows that these shows are going to be on the same level of what they're trying to do with the movies. They're going to tie in well as well because they're proper Marvel Studios products. They're not, Netflix or, whatever you've got with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever. Like, these are proper Marvel Studios products, and they're meant to compete with the movies.
I expect to watch Falcon the Winter Soldier and it look like I'm watching any MCU movie in terms of quality. I don't expect there to be a budget down where it looks like a TV show version of these movies. I expect it to just look exactly like the movies look, but I'm watching it, on your TV or your laptop or wherever else.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I expect.
Yeah.
Black Widow to start us off.
Okay, Black Widow.
What do we know? What are you expecting? What's the point? Spoilers.
What is the
Black
point?
Widow's dead.
Oh no!
Yeah, she's.
What do you mean?
she dies in this. She dies in this.
Oh no!
Yeah, she dies in this.
Oh.
They showed the script. No, she's already dead. So,
she's already dead.
She's already dead.
And this is set before, so we know that.
We know it's set before Endgame.
Yes. Before she dies.
Is it set before Infinity War? Is it set before the MCU? I don't know.
I don't know.
It would be dumb if it was.
I don't know. I think we know Taskmaster's the villain.
Yeah.
Who was in Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah, great villain.
Who's good. Yeah, big fan. He's also in the Avengers game, I think. Yeah,
right.
No, I know he is. I don't know why I said I think. I know.
Do you? Okay.
I know he is.
Didn't know that.
And he he's pretty cool. Pretty cool as a villain.
Okay.
So I mean that's interesting. Black Widow's a great character. My only concern with this is that this is set before all of her character development. So it's not the Natasha that we know from Endgame or this Natasha that's had all this growth.
During the blip.
Well, if it's set then
it's no problem because it's the same Natasha we see in Endgame.
That's a little bit more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Still think it's a little bit pointless. But if it is set during that 5 years, then there's a little bit more interest there because it is just fleshing out the Natasha that we see die in Endgame.
Now, here's my theory.
Okay.
Hawkeye series, we know is about Clint training his daughter to be the next Hawkeye.
Yes, I believe so. They've also said as well that it'll explore his time as Ronin as well.
Well, that's what they said. They said explore times when people are like, oh, I can't wait to see something set.
I don't think it's about that, though.
It's not about that. I'm sure there'll be consequence to his time as Ronin after Endgame with people coming back. Because the amount of people he killed and murdered, people are going to come back and want revenge, especially those that came back after the blip. Yeah. So what I think it's exploring is what he did as Ronin coming back to bite him later.
And also probably how that affects him. Because, Clint's not a crazy murderer. So maybe once all his family's back and everything, he's like, bloody hell, I did some mad shit.
Yeah.
I'm not too happy with myself. But who knows? Yeah, that could be interesting.
Worst logo, for sure, of the whole thing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, but training the next Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing I want to bring up is, my theory is Black Widow movie is similar to that, or else there's no point in it.
Yeah, I think that
probably
makes sense. Like, if it was set
during the blip, and she trained someone during that time, like a younger version of herself, like a young girl, mentored her, it would make sense then for this movie.
Yeah.
To then, set up potentially, Taskmaster might be in future MCU movies somehow.
Yeah.
And also this new Black Widow.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Who's the cast? Because this could tell us if
Scarlett Johansson, That's it. That's it. It's all her.
She's producing it, isn't she? As well.
Is she?
Yeah.
That's interesting. What has she produced before?
Scarlett Johansson's producing it, so that's cool. I don't know, bro. I don't know what else the fuck she's produced. Okay, so you've got Rachel Weisz.
Who's that?
You know her. She's been in stuff. You've seen her before. Seen her before?
Yeah, I recognise her.
She's awesome. She's a great actress. She's confirmed to be another assassin. And she's gone through the same thing in her interviews.
Okay.
Her character's been through all the same tests that Black Widow's gone through. Now you've got Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh.
Yeah. Who's she playing?
I don't know. There's no name to her character. Now, my thing is...
Mysterious.
Young girl here.
Okay. How old is she?
She is 23 years old.
Okay. How old is Scarlett Johansson?
Like 50.
No, she's not. Fuck off.
She is 34.
Okay.
Too old. Get rid of her.
So basically 50.
Yeah, so in Hollywood years, 54. You're done. Once you're 30, you're 50.
No wonder she's dead.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, the actor. She died. The Russo brothers killed Scarlett Johansson, the actor.
So Florence makes sense.
Yes.
For me.
Okay.
Young girl. So she trains. Yeah, I mean, she's an attractive young girl. Looks,
thank God, because
like,
I wouldn't have been able to deal with it otherwise.
It was like we're not going to bring up that conversation we had last time. There's biases, but I'm just saying, like, you've got this attractive young girl you're bringing into the MCU, someone you can mold and have, and she looks like Black Widow. You know what I mean? Like, if you like, I'm looking at her picture, she looks like fucking Black Widow. James will put a picture up of the actress.
No,
obviously.
I won't. Yeah, I will.
Yeah, he will.
I've already done it.
Yeah. So, I think looking at her, I'm like, that makes sense. 23.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 10 more years with her before she's 54, and then get rid of her.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, she'd work.
She's
That's
the same
great.
age as Tom Holland.
Yeah. Oh, they can fall in love.
And Duff. Great idea. Fuck Zendaya off. Right? Who gives a shit? Yeah.
Good.
Perfect.
Okay,
And you've got David Harbour in it.
Oh. What does that mean? Does that mean this is set in Hawkins?
Where else would it be set, James? There's nowhere else. This is obviously set in Hawkins.
Oh, nobody's gonna get that.
No, some people will get it.
Some will.
There'll be like 15 people.
Not many.
No, not many. He's 44, which means he's 44.
Yeah.
You know why? Because
it's fine because he's a man. Yeah, it's okay.
We're good, guys. We're good. But good cast. I like the cast.
Yeah, I like the cast.
So I'm excited. But if you're training the next Black Widow, that lovely young lady, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah, it's also nice because this is directly connecting. Like, it's not a completely new thing. Like, it's Black Widow. We know Black Widow.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff feels very new, stuff that we haven't really explored before, whether it be TV shows
and different, not just new, but like different.
Whereas this feels like sort of it leaves us into Phase 4. Like, this is a character it's set during maybe Phase 3. It's I think so. Yeah, I think it's a good one to start off with. I just hope that it has impact and it's for a reason.
Yeah.
Which it's Marvel Studios, so
yeah. And do you know what's funny? And this is jumping ahead again. Obviously, we're going to come back to Black Widow and move on in the timeline. But I'm looking at summer 2021. You've got no movies in there, but that's it. In July, you'll get Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man.
Because which means you'll have for the first time ever 4 MCU movies in 1 year.
What are those movies?
You got Shang Chi in February, Doctor Strange in May. You'll have Spider-Man in July and then Thor in November.
Wow, that's a few movies.
Whereas you've only got 2 movies in 2020 because we're having a bit of a break. It feels like from the MCU after Endgame and Spider-Man, because we're not coming back for almost 12 months until May, and then we got Black Widow, and then not till fall you'll get Falcon the Winter Soldier and the Eternals. In October, November, and then that's it.
That's a strange year.
Yeah.
Black
It's
Widow.
more like another thing we're talking about.
Falcon
Phase 4 being
Soldier.
2 years, but it's 18 months.
Yeah.
Is really all it is. It's 18 months. It's a lot in it in 18
That's
months.
interesting.
But it's just 18 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get rid of What If. You've got 10 things there because you got Spider-Man as well. Because What If...
Yeah.
It's lots of people are saying they're excited about it. I guess so. But let's watch something that isn't real.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'll be interesting as a concept. I think I'll watch it. But it's not one of the things on the list. It's probably the thing I'm least excited about. Like, it's, it's just animated. Oh, this thing, what if it went the other way? Like, it's an interesting concept. But I'm not, like, dying waiting for it or anything.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. But after Black Widow,
yes,
you got a couple of months, and then you've got the first Disney Plus show. Best possible thing to start with on Disney Plus, for me. I mean, probably when you look at it, it probably is the best one to start with in general. Actually, when I think about it, of all those shows, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Direct follow on from Endgame.
Yep.
And we've seen the logo now, like the official,
the proper one. Yeah.
We'd seen a draft logo, and you're like, all right, cool. And they had the wings in there and stuff, like in the logo. But now we've got the proper logo, which is Captain America's shield. Yeah,
which is good. That's what I like to see.
So if you're a Captain America fan,
which you should be,
which we are, this is now our only link to Steve Rogers. Is this show? Is these two characters?
Yeah,
like the follow on, everything Steve did, who he is as a character, his character arc, is now in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sam and Bucky. So this is a big part of the reason why, in terms of storyline and narrative, I'm the most excited for this in particular. But even more than that, if you're talking about the, I think, actors-wise, like you watch interviews with these two, with Sebastian and Anthony, they're the funniest duo.
Yeah, they got great chemistry.
Great chemistry. And I loved them when they first got together in... Obviously, they were both in The Winter Soldier, but were first teamed up in Civil War. They were awesome together. They had a great chemistry together. They have a great chemistry together as people, as actors as well, if you watch interviews with them. So I think, story-wise, this is going to be fun and funny. We know that just based on the actors and characters. Yeah. And then story-wise, you got so much to explore there. Yeah. And they've announced villains for it.
Yes.
As well. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, we've got the big thing that everyone's so excited about, which I think is for this show, which has got me so excited for it, is as well as having, obviously, we've got Falcon, Winter Soldier, Aftermath of Endgame, all of that stuff, is we've got Zemo from Civil War returning as a villain, which is incredible because, for one, like, the casting of Zemo is really good. Yeah. The guy that plays him is fantastic. But just as a villain in the MCU, he's a great villain, and having him return... I remember
when Civil War came out, people said he wasn't good. And I'm like, what? Are you crazy? He's an amazing villain. Just because it's just because he's not, like, big, strong, and does something, you know,
fighting people.
And fighting people.
It's like the way that he did
villain.
it, like...
you mean a villain that only uses his mind and doesn't need to, like, actually do anything?
He was great. He was really, really good. And that's the perfect way to do it as well, because, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier were so big in Civil War and Captain America's stories that, you know,
and Zemo coming
having
back,
Zemo, that'd be great.
And he turned Winter Soldier once.
Yeah, there's some personal stakes in there as well.
Yeah, so and I'm sure we'll explore in this show the Falcon becoming Captain America will be definitely a big part of. Obviously, the shield's in there. Falcon has the shield, we know that, and he said, Anthony Mackie said he tried on the suit for the first time.
Yeah, that's exciting.
He turned around later and said, "I didn't say it was the Captain America suit."
Yeah.
He just said, I tried, I had my dress, you know, my fitting and stuff, and it's dope. That's what he said. It's dope. So I'm like, okay. There's obviously something going on here. And then I think for the Winter Soldier, for Bucky's character, you're going to explore, like, fixing himself, I think. It'll be about, like, getting rid of, like, the past. And so Zemo fits into that majorly. Yeah. Yes, narrative-wise, where do you think this goes? Do you think character arc, it's for Winter Soldier, for me, I think it's that kind of redemption. And for Falcon, it's like taking up the mantle of Cap, and he'll be struggling with that a bit, I think. Especially like being able to live up to Steve and how much he admired Steve, and he said in Endgame, you know, it's hard to imagine what I don't want to live in a world without Captain America in it. So, you know, to live up to that's gonna be hard. I think he'll struggle a bit, and I'm sure Bucky will at a point get the shield, not permanently, but I think there may be a story arc in there. we don't know if they're going to do seasons for these shows either. We just know that they're doing
I believe they said it's a limited show, so they're only doing 8 episodes, then it's done.
Yeah,
and they're never doing it again. So
well, you never know.
Who knows? You don't know for sure
because it could be a massive success, and they're like, we want to do another 8 episodes of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
But I think that
8
going
episodes
into
is a lot. 8 hours.
Yeah, it is a lot. That's almost like a trilogy of movies.
True. Yeah.
When you're looking at it like that.
Good point.
So.
Shit, that's a lot.
Yeah, more than a trilogy, really. Maybe a little bit more. But yeah, that's I think it's good going into it saying that we're only doing these episodes because that's the story we're telling. We're just doing it in show format and that's it. Maybe then we'll get movies in the future with these characters, and obviously they'll cross over and stuff. Because that's the thing as well. These shows aren't disconnected; they're directly connected. They're just show format. So like. They're the same as a movie, so like you can't think of it as being different.
Well, they're not doing a Falcon and Winter Soldier show to wrap up their characters.
No, definitely
they didn't give Falcon and Sam the shield because that's it.
Yeah, and it's over. Yeah,
they're gonna be in the next Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kevin Feige said he already knows the next team.
Yeah,
like he said, and all he said was it's gonna look very different to what we're used to seeing, which is obvious because
everyone's
Black
dead.
Widow's gone.
No. I forgot. God damn it.
Cap's gone, Iron Man's gone. Thor will probably be gone.
Yeah. Who knows what's going on with Thor?
We don't know what's going on with Thor. We'll get
Hulk
to that.
is a man beast.
Also the worst.
Thing.
Who cares about Mark Ruffalo green?
He's just a meme.
Yeah.
He's dabbing. Yeah. Incredible.
So Hulk's gone. And then Hawkeye probably gone too.
Yeah.
So there'll be none of the 6.
It's almost like a transitional period, really, with these things.
That's what this phase is.
I've noticed a lot of.
Well, this phase is, to me, the transition phase. Phase 5 is the real phase.
Yeah.
From what we already know, we've heard. This phase is like introduce some new people.
Yeah.
That are going to be the future. Get rid of the people who are,
Yeah, and have because obviously you got with Hawkeye training someone.
Black
in there.
Widow hopefully training someone as well.
And and then you've got with whatever's going on with Thor, but I mean we'll talk about that a little bit later on. We'll get into that.
I'm so excited for that movie. I don't know if I'm excited for what's next afterwards.
No,
that's my thing.
I don't know. I'm concerned. I have my concerns, but
so
we'll move on to that.
November 6th, is that a 6 or an 8? That's 6th. 2020, The Eternals, or just Eternals. I'm super excited for Eternals.
I have no idea what this even is.
Of all the ones that we're going to get announced, I was like, excited about Eternals. I mean, Shang Chi sounds good, but let's get the cast up.
The Eternals cast. I know Rob Stark's in there.
Rob Stark is in there. Angelina Jolie, Athena.
Yeah.
Richard Madden, Rob Stark from Game of Thrones, plays Icarus. The eagle.
Okay.
Madong Seok plays Forgotten One.
Okay.
Kamal, we don't know who Kamal plays for whatever reason. Did they? I thought they announced it, or they just said that Kamal's in it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The comedian.
I do not remember.
Salma Hayek, Duff, plays Ajak, who's a leader of the Eternals.
Okay.
Brian Tyree Henry, Fastos. Lauren Ridioff plays Makari, and then a young lady named Leah McHugh plays Sprite. So like the kid of the Eternals.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Eternals.
It looks like the cast of the Glee reunion. Just every ethnic diversity, age, race, gender, and sexual
just
orientation.
like Peter Parker's class in the MCU.
Yeah, I was like...
really ethnically diverse.
Was this the 10-year anniversary episode of Glee?
It's interesting. It's an interesting cast.
Yeah.
For sure. Seeing Angelina Jolie in the MCU is the strangest thing, but they always seem to nail casting.
I love Angelina Jolie, as an actress. I think she's a great fit for the MCU when you think about it. Especially in a cosmic movie role. Yeah,
definitely. Definitely.
Because she has that... She's kind of not human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She
does feel like she fits, in that, playing this outer space.
She's a larger-than-life person. So, it makes... If you want to ground her in the MCU... she kind of has to play a larger than life character.
Yeah.
So I don't really know the story of the Eternals. I just kind of know who they are. You know, a bunch of immortal beings.
I don't even know. I have not even
Another
researched
team.
what Eternals are.
So we've got another team, like the Guardians. And
Yeah. These link to the Guardians, right? Eternals, like they talk about it like nowhere is made out of like something to do with the Eternals, right? Like a big old head or something. And then you've got there's that clip from the first Guardians where the Collector is showing all the Infinity Stones, and he shows the Power Stone. There's a clip, and there's that one big thing, and that's an Eternal, right? And it has the thing, and it smacks the ground, destroys the planet.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That makes
so.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this a couple of podcasts ago, but I'll bring it up here.
Okay.
Which was, I think the next storylines, there's Earth and then Cosmic. I think there's going to be two threads going on with, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Spider-Man kind of fitting into Earth. I think Doctor Strange, we're going Cosmic.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, I think, probably Earth as well.
Yeah.
And then I think there'll be a through line there, and I think a major villain will probably be like Norman Osborn. They'll kind of fit into all them, and they'll be linking characters to Mandarin as well, perhaps. But they'll be different characters. Then you're going to have the cosmic storyline. Thor's going to kind of be involved in, but I think the Eternals are going to be introducing a big element of the future cosmic storylines with the Guardians, Captain Marvel, Thor, all that sort of stuff. So I believe that this will be the start of some big stuff.
Yeah, I think so too. This will probably introduce what's next for the next big thing.
I don't think it'll be a major introduction, just a hint to it. The same way, if we hadn't heard before you even hear about Thanos, but there's an Infinity Stone. Yeah. That sort of level of it's just
giving bits and pieces. Just
there's going to be the first piece to the puzzle of the cosmic storyline in this film for what's next, but we're not really going to be able to tell what it is yet.
Yeah, not until later, and then when you look back, you're like, oh, okay. You start to piece some things together. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Is there anything? This is of all the new things.
Mm-hmm.
When I say new things, there's only it and Shang-Chi, isn't there?
Yeah.
WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye,
they're new. They're things with they're characters we know, but it's new. It's also new.
Yeah.
Everything feels quite new. I don't know.
WandaVision feels like a new thing.
Yeah.
The Loki thing feels like a new thing, though. It's also kind of its own pointless storyline as well. It's just you're not going to not watch Tom Hiddleston play Loki. You know what I mean?
Traveling through time or whatever's going on with that one.
Yeah. But I'm excited for the Eternals.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am too.
I heard a rumor Charlie Hunnam was going to be casting it, and he wasn't.
Okay.
I'm disappointed about that. I assume he was going to play whoever Rob Stark's playing.
Okay. What do you think about Richard Madden being in it? Do you think he fits? Because when I heard that, I was like, that's a weird casting choice. Who's he playing? What does his character do? I can imagine being I don't know. The thing is with the Eternals as well, is whenever I picture the Eternals, because I don't know anything about them, I just picture the Inhumans TV show.
Oh, really? I've never seen Inhumans. So
it's fucking horrible. And so...
I think, Captain Marvel people.
Yeah. See, what was his name? Bloody guy that plays...
Jesus.
The guy that plays Ramsay from Game of Thrones was in Inhumans. Played the main villain. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's why. That's why I'm making that link.
Right, okay.
So I'm thinking that, but it's obviously not going to be anything like that.
Yeah, of course. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I like him. I think he's a good actor. So
I think he's a very good actor too.
He's a white man, so
of course, you need at least one in there. At least one. Ideally, they'd all be white men, but
and I'm a white guy, so that means I only like white men anyway. So yeah, that's why. Obviously, I like him. So I think it's fine. I'm most excited about Angelina Jolie, to be totally honest, being in it.
Yeah.
She's such an amazing actress.
Yeah,
and I think
she'll fit the role.
I think she'll probably steal the fucking movie, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Yeah.
The next movie, February, not a big gap. A couple of months, you get Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Shang-Chi. I don't know a lot about Shang-Chi.
I don't know anything about Shang-Chi.
I don't want this to be a stereotype, but is it a kung fu movie?
Yes. He's a kung fu bloke. He's like...
Is that what he does? That's what he's kung fu.
He's kind of like Iron Fist, I think.
Does he have powers?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is he knows, martial arts. But beyond that, yeah, no, I don't know. That's a long name.
Yeah.
He has a long name.
And I'd butcher that. Tony Leung Chu-wei. Chu-wei?
That was probably not right.
Yeah, look, I tried, man. At least I tried. Yeah, so he's playing Shang Chi. And you had... Well, it's just a full... Well, I mean, where's it set? That's supposed to be said would it be Hong Kong... Oh, he's a Hong Kong actor. I was reading the movie.
Yeah, where is it going to be set? I assume it'll be set in Asia.
Well, it's a full Asian cast. It's an all Asian cast.
Yeah, so there's no way it's set in the US, because that'd be really weird if they were all Asian, but it's set.
Shang-Chi is a fictional superhero appearing in American comic... Yeah, okay. No, I want kind of like a bit more than that. Abilities: skilled martial artist, self-duplication.
Oh. Interesting.
Right, okay. That is interesting. Master of Kung Fu, notable alias, Master of Kung Fu. Okay.
That's one hell of an alias.
So he's a martial artist.
Yeah.
That can duplicate himself.
That's interesting.
That's pretty impressive, though. So I'm not really sure, but I'm very excited about the Legend of the Ten Rings, right? Because we've known about them since Iron Man 1. And the Mandarin, the proper Mandarin, that won't be shit like in Iron Man 3.
What was that guy's name again? The guy, not the guy that played him, but the guy that played the guy that was playing the Mandarin. What was his real name? It was like, it was like Tony or something, but it wasn't Tony. What's his fucking name?
You're thinking Tony Stark.
No.
The main character of Iron Man.
Tony Stark is the fake Mandarin. What's his fucking name?
It is Trevor. He played Trevor. Ben Kingsley.
Classic Ben Kingsley.
He's a great fucking actor.
I love Ben
Played
Kingsley.
a great bad guy Mandarin until they ruined it.
Yeah, and he was just a joke.
He was just Trevor Slattery. Trevor Slattery.
I love Trevor Slattery.
And then they made fucking Guy Pearce the actor, the Mandarin.
Guy Pearce, yeah.
And I like Guy Pearce, but they made me not like him.
Guy Pearce, the actor, was a little exploding man. That was great.
Some rich white man. Disgusting.
Guy Pearce.
But yeah, so we've got the actual Mandarin.
Yes.
And the Legend of the Ten Rings. So this organization group of the villains, explore a bit more of them. And didn't Ronan have a bit of a run-in with them?
Ronan?
As in
Hawkeye. I was thinking Ronan the
from
accuser.
Guardians. Yeah, from Guardians.
Did he? I don't know. The Hawkeye's...
or am I being racist just by saying he killed a bunch of Asian guys in China? Like, I'm pretty sure that was a thing. Like,
well, the Ten Rings...
I feel like I heard somewhere where they said that...
I don't know. Ten Rings aren't Asian, are they?
I'm not saying whether it was in an interview... Well, the Mandarin's Asian.
The Mandarin is.
Have you not seen... They've cast the Mandarin.
Oh, his name is the Mandarin. Of course he's Asian.
What?
Well, the Mandarin, that's Asian, right?
Is it?
That word is Asian. It's a language.
It's a language.
Yeah, that's Asian, yeah. So if your name is the Mandarin, you're not going to be Russian, are you?
Well, look, I went through 2 Mandarins. None of them were Asian.
Yeah, you're right.
One was a white man that set on fire.
Ben Kingsley kind of could pass for Asian.
What? Not really.
He could if he wanted to.
I guess so. Looks Middle Eastern.
He played Gandhi.
And white. He did play Gandhi, which is Indian.
Yeah, I know.
In Asia, but not really.
That's Asian. It is Asian, though.
Yeah, but that's not what you... Yeah, okay. It is weird to say, like, someone's Asian. Oh, you mean where? You mean the...
Anywhere in Asia.
Half the world's population lives in that continent. There's like 25... There's probably like 50 different countries there.
Yeah, there's a few.
With like completely
that's like
different
saying
cultures.
someone's European. It's like, so
but no one says that.
Like Spanish or...
Has anyone ever said... Oh, you look European. It's like,
no, because that means like
when someone's like, "Oh, you're Asian," that's more general than saying, "Look, you're European."
That's true. That's weird. Anyway, the Mandarin.
That's a weird thing to think about, but that's like it is a weird tangent because you could say that about a Middle Eastern person, an Indian person, Russian. That's Asia.
Yeah, that's true. Russia's not Asia. It's Europe. It's not Asia. Google it. Russia's not in fucking Asia. It's above Asia. It's not in Asia. Russia's fucking Europe.
Country in Eastern Europe and North Asia.
Oh, it's both. Okay.
Well, Asia's that whole thing. There's a tiny bit of Russia that's a part of Europe. like the tiny sliver of Russia. But
I
most
just
of
thought
Russia's
Europe
Asia.
like curled round. That's so weird that Russia would be Asia. Like,
Yeah, is a transcontinental country in Eastern Europe and North Asia.
that's really strange. That's really fucking weird. Why is Russia?
I did know that, but I always just say it's Asia because it's the part. I've seen the map. The part of the continent.
You've seen the map.
Europe.
You've seen the
Well, I've just
world
seen where
map
it's like
before.
it's like a tiny bit of like
Yeah.
most of it's 90% of it's in Asia.
That's so weird, though. I thought that Europe like curled around the top of Asia.
No, it doesn't. And you only think that because it's white people there, and that's
Yeah, they don't look
ruining-
Asian.
What is that even? We've just established that looking Asian is the most general
Also-
statement that makes no sense anyway.
Oh, I know,
What is
but, like-
looking Asian.
But like Asia, like when you group together like Korea and China,
Just
Japan,
a couple,
India,
couple of colonizers talking
feels
about
like
what Asians look like.
it feels like all of those areas, like the architecture and stuff, it all feels very similar. Like when you go from India to China, like it's different.
Dude, the architecture from this country to my country is different.
Yeah, I know, but you're not in Europe either.
Yeah, but like that's what.
What do you mean?
Well, whatever, man. Your country built my country.
Yeah, I know.
The people from your country built and colonized Australia.
Is this
not
a
Russia.
personal attack?
This is. I hate you. I don't even know where this argument's going, and also it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
I just don't feel like Russia feels like Asia to me.
Yeah, that's cool.
really weird.
And that's
So-
more of a racial thing that you need to get over.
Yeah, that's weird.
You need to deal with that because that's your white privilege
This is-
talking. That's what that is. That's like you can't handle. You're like, why would white people be part of Asia? That's
It's just-
what you're saying. You're putting Asia
It's
down
so weird.
and
that-
putting yourself up here.
So if
That's
someone-
all I'm hearing right now.
So if someone was from Russia, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm Asian." That's the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. The camera's fucked. How long's that been like that for?
I don't know. We went on a bit of a rant there.
Let's check. Why did that happen?
Yeah, the Canon cameras do that after a
It's
while.
recording
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, it is. Just goes. It can't record for too long.
Okay. We'll just cut to a black screen and just keep the audio going. Hang on. Sync that back up. Alright.
Usually goes for half an hour, so we might have been gone for a while.
Okay.
Okay, Shang-Chi.
Okay, so we're talking about the 10 rings. I thought, because the 10 rings were like... Actually, I'm not going to say this. Let's just carry on.
What are you going to say? No. What were you going to say about the 10 rings?
Okay, so I was going to say... Well, okay, so for a start, when Tony Stark gets abducted,
Yeah,
that's by the 10 rings, right?
correct.
And
they made
they're
it look
Middle
like
Eastern.
a very Al-Qaeda-esque
Yeah, like they're...
ISIS group,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah,
they
so
do.
I always thought the 10 rings were like... That race.
Well, like
Middle Eastern, like...
that race?
That race.
That race?
Yeah, terrorists.
You mean... No, what you meant to say was... This is what James meant to say. What he meant to say was the 10 Rings he thought was a Middle Eastern terrorist
group,
organization.
yeah.
That's what he meant to say. Not a race of people that are terrorists. That's not what he meant to say. That's not what he meant.
Fucking joke.
That's not what he meant. I'm just re-establishing what you
Yes.
said, right? With what you meant to say.
That is what I meant, yes.
Cool. We dodged that bullet.
Oh god, I need to go get a tissue.
Yeah.
I've fucked myself here. I will cut this out. Where were we?
So the 10 Rings. The 10 Rings.
Yeah.
But then they showed footage of the 10 Rings at Comic-Con. Ken Feige was talking about. We've seen the 10 Rings tattoos on lots of different
Yes.
people. On lots of people.
Ant-Man. It was an Ant-Man.
Yep. So the 10 Rings are actually
All over the place.
all over the place, like the Illuminati.
Okay.
That's kind of what it sounded like they're making it look like.
Do you like that? Or not?
Oh, fine by me. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be whatever the Shang-Chi movie wants the 10 Rings to be, really. It's
So you're gonna have to like... Do they have to have a base of operations somewhere? Like they're all over the globe, but like... They're sort of knocking about in Asia somewhere?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where the Mandarin's from, and he's
Which
the
is
leader.
why Shang-Chi is the one to go after them and not any of the other Avengers or Marvel characters.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I think it's just he'll come into contact with however he gets his powers of duplication or whatever.
And is this going to be... Do we know the story... Like, is this going to be an origin story? Or is he just going to sort of exist?
No, well, like Black Panther, you mean? Like, where,
Yeah,
like, he
but then
already
Black
exists.
Panther was introduced in Civil War.
But,
yeah.
like, it wasn't an origin story either.
No.
Even when he was introduced, it was
Same
an
with
origin-
Spider-Man.
True.
Do you think
So
they'll do it
I
with
think it'll be an
Shang-Chi?
origin story.
I
The
think so,
Eternals,
yeah.
I don't think will be. Like, the Eternals will already be the Eternals
they'll
because
just
they
exist.
They'll exist. There'll be an introduction to, like, them together as a group, I'm sure. But Shang-Chi, I think, will be an origin story, and I think should be an origin story. Especially when it's a martial arts master that has the powers of duplication.
I feel like... I want to learn where that came from. Especially if it's Earth-based as well. Because if it's like someone in space, it's like, okay, just space people exist. But if it's someone that's on Earth, you're like, I kind of want to know how this person has these powers. Yeah. Because otherwise, like, how does this guy just exist? Yeah. So that'd be interesting. That's gonna be an interesting one. Origin stories are always sort of hit or miss. It's like either they can go really well and they'll be really interesting, or they can sort of drag out.
What's the best? Oh, I guess, are we saying origin story or first movie of a
origin story?
Yeah. So Black Panther, Spider-Man don't count.
No.
Because of all, like, the first movies, all the characters got, like, Spider-Man Homecoming easily is the best one. Like, all the first solo movies in the MCU.
Not Iron Man.
I like Spider-Man Homecoming better than Iron Man.
I don't know.
They're close. They're like, they're the two best ones.
I like them both, yeah.
But then again, like, Iron Man's in Homecoming, so it's kind of cool. You still see Iron Man in it.
Iron Man's such a fucking good movie, though.
It's
also the origin story of the MCU.
But it's not the origin story of the MCU, though, is it? Because there's
it is.
Because Captain America was before.
So that's the origin story of the MCU.
If you want to know what's the origin story of the Avengers, it's Captain America.
No, I'm sorry, it's Captain Marvel.
I knew you would say that, and I need you to not say
the
that.
Avengers was written on her plane, so that's where they came from.
I need you to what James meant to say was not that. I need to say something else. Think of something else to say.
Captain Marvel. Anything more to say on Shang-Chi?
No, I'm excited for all of these. Actually, no, I'm not. The
You're
next
not
thing, the next thing, Disney Plus, WandaVision.
You're not really excited for WandaVision?
Not at all.
I'll tell you what, I'm so excited for WandaVision.
The only reason I'm gonna watch it is there's two reasons I want to watch it.
Yeah, they both Vision. Because I know you love him.
I fucking hate Vision so much. Such a shit character.
You're gonna love him in this one.
Love Scarlet Witch. Totally cool with her. But it's MCU, so I'll watch it. But two, they've told me that it is a direct lead-in to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Don't know how. And Wanda's going to be in Doctor Strange, but Vision's not.
I think...
Tell me what's going on.
This is my theory for WandaVision. I think that Wanda will be our Wanda.
Yeah,
but I think
agree.
Vision... Potentially there might be multiple Visions.
Wanda has to be our Wanda if it directs into Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah, well, what I think is Vision could be multiple different ones. Maybe she's jumping through dimensions.
Yeah.
And we see here's one Vision, here's another Vision. She's maybe trying to find Vision or get Vision back.
Yeah.
In some way.
Similar storyline to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse then, but like from the...
Potentially.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Visions, so it's even better.
Yeah.
There's like five Visions.
Yeah, so there's 5 reasons like this fucking show. Yeah. There's 5 different Visions.
5 Visions and one of them's a pig. I can't wait.
I might like that Vision though.
I mean, I'm interested somewhat. I like Scarlet Witch. Oh, apparently they're also in this. They're finally going to call her Scarlet Witch. Apparently, well, I don't remember if it was this or Doctor Strange, but apparently one of these movies, because they've never called her that before.
They just call it Wanda.
They just call her Wanda. They've never called her Scarlet Witch, but apparently she'll finally get the name and be called that.
Scarlet Witch. Then they can make a Scarlet Witch Marvel Disney Plus show.
They could do, and get rid of Vision.
Yeah, please. Please.
That'd be great. I'd like that. They should have done that instead, to be honest, instead of WandaVision. But I mean, if they're doing this, I feel there's got to be a good reason for it. Surely.
Well, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is the good reason. That's as soon as they tell me that, I'm like, there's a reason.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about this movie either.
We know it's a horror movie.
Apparently.
It's a specific type of horror movie. I forget what it was. It's like, hang on.
A scary one.
No, that's not what I meant.
Not a scary horror movie?
That's what I meant.
A funny horror movie.
What
kind of horror movie?
Story by Stan Lee. So it's supposed to be... What does it say? Yeah, so we know Scarlet Witch is in it.
We do know.
And Doctor Strange is in it.
Do you think there'll be any more characters that they haven't revealed that will also be in it? Or do you think it'll be those two?
Like Avengers?
Yeah.
Because
we don't even know who the villain is.
We don't know anything. The only people that came out was
Benedict
Cumberbatch and Elizabeth Olsen, yeah.
What if Vision's in it?
Oh, fuck my life.
What if there's 5 Visions in it?
Oh, God.
The perfect
But
movie.
Multiverse of Madness, what do you think of the title, and what do you think the story's kind of...
I love the title. It sounds like a comic book title. It sounds great. Like, that's the other thing as well is the Legend of the Ten Rings. That sounds like a comic book title. I really love it. What they're doing with them. More than like a Homecoming or a...
Well, they don't need to...
The Dark World.
They don't need to make these titles anymore to sell blockbuster movies. They have found an audience where, I mean, every movie in 2019 that came out, they made 3 movies that came out this year, and they all grossed over $1 billion. They do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. They're doing
5
so well.
of the top 10 highest-grossing films of all time are MCU films, including the number 1.
Yeah.
They don't need to be like a Hollywood movie. They just need to be whatever they want. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Because
And they're gonna make
everyone is
money.
going to see them. Everyone's going to see them. They're going to make all of the money.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what they've done. Like, the fan base they built up. It's not now just like a
Shang Chi, I bet you anything
small
makes $1
fan
billion.
base.
I
Oh,
bet-
easily, because it's Asian.
It's an Asian all.
Yeah.
It'll be exactly like Black Panther's big movement. Captain Marvel being the first
How much
female.
did Black Panther make? That was $1 billion, wasn't it?
That it's top 10 highest grossing films of all time. It's number 10.
That's crazy. It wasn't that good.
It's the highest grossing solo film in the MCU. The other 4 are the 4 Avengers movies. So
Like,
the only movies that have grossed higher are the 4 Avengers movies. Then it's Black Panther's
Black
next.
Panther's good. It's
It
a
is
great
really
movie.
good. It is a great movie.
But I don't think it's that good. Like, it's not the
Well, it's not. Well, I mean, it's not
top
best,
10 highest grossing
it's not-
movies.
It's, well,
good.
it's not. Well, I don't really care if it was. It's not 10 best Marvel movies to me.
No,
It's like I think 11 and 12 on my list.
It's a very good movie.
There's
though.
23 of those movies. Like, I think it's amazing. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's a
loved
great- it's a
Black
great
Panther.
movie.
I
It's a great
loved Black
movie.
Panther, but it's way better than Captain Marvel.
No,
You know, like,
no, sorry, I disagree. Captain Marvel's my favorite.
yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I know how much you love
She
it.
started the Avengers, so you can fuck off.
Fuck, that destroys me. But yeah, so there's supposed to be a horror movie, and you've got
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange. I don't know who else could be in it. It makes sense. You've got
Loki. What if they integrate Loki into it? But then Loki comes out after. The show comes out after.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so I don't know who else you could have in it though. Who else could you even have in it? Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. You're not gonna have Thor in there, or the Guardians.
No.
You're not gonna have Captain
Marvel? Nah. I don't think that would have fit. That'd be weird. Especially since she's so fucking overpowered
She
as
is so overpowered, isn't she?
well. She has to kind of
I
stand
don't really
her
know
own.
what the point of her is anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you do with her? When you're that powerful,
I
what
don't know
the
what
fuck
I don't
do
know
you
what
do?
Yeah, I don't know what you do with her.
It's like with Thor. Thor was powerful, but like he had... I don't know, you could ground him a little bit. But with Captain Marvel, it's like she can shoot fucking lasers out of her hands.
You saw what she did to Thanos' ship.
She destroyed the fucking ship. She flew through it and blew it up. Then what do you do with her? She's like Superman.
Yeah, how do you do an Avengers movie?
I don't know.
With her
That's
like in it, not just like there. in the
That
background.
is exactly the problem with like Justice League. Is
Yeah.
when you try to incorporate Superman, they're all useless because you've got Superman. So how do you bring Captain Marvel and bring her into an Avengers movie? Which I think maybe is one of the
That'll be
reasons
led by
they're...
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Spider-Man's
It's
like,
Hey,
I'm the leader.
You're 12, so I don't know why you're doing anything.
Yeah, and far less powerful. Which is strange. Well, I mean, that's probably why they're splitting them up and having cosmic...
Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal beat you up, like
Jake Gyllenhaal, the actor, beat up Spider-Man. So, yeah. See, if Captain Marvel was about, she could have just flown through Jake Gyllenhaal and blew him up.
She could have.
And
She could have.
that would have been helpful, but
And then
unfortunately she
said-
was away.
Yeah, and then said, "I don't have to prove anything to you." You know. But she didn't, so now I'm upset.
Oh, God. We'll talk about Captain Marvel when we talk about Phase 5. But, yeah, I mean, Multiverse of Madness... I'm looking forward to seeing Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange again.
I'm glad he got a sequel.
I think he's great.
I was worried that they weren't going to do because I
wasn't worried. I thought they were always going to do it.
did you?
When did it
was.
come out? It
See,
was
I didn't. 2016.
2016. When's this coming out? 2021?
2021. 5 years.
Fucking hell, that's a big gap.
Yeah, and I'm not the biggest fan of the first movie,
I think
but I liked
pretty
the
good.
character. I just didn't think the story or villain. Like I just
yeah, I think it was bogged down by origin story
Yeah.
stuff. I think that's what a lot of these...
I liked his origin
do.
story. I just didn't like the story it led into in the second half. The third act of the film was just nothing to me.
What was the third act again?
Whether he's using the time stone and he's keeps having to and he keeps redoing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and he keeps fighting,
Yeah,
the
it's-
Demogorgon.
It's
In the Upside Down. So.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's in Hawkins.
Yeah, well, so's
As always.
so's everything.
All of Phase 4, all of the MCU.
Yeah.
Everyone's. I hope they get Winona Ryder in the MCU.
Nah, because
That'd be amazing.
nah, it'll kill her.
Kill her. I hope the agent that Black Widow's training is Winona Ryder. She'd be so good, and she's because Hopper's in that movie too. Oh, Stranger Things is forever ruined for me. I can never watch it again.
For people that don't know what we're talking about, go watch our Stranger Things podcast.
Cinema
Stranger
Room.
Things 3 Cinema Room came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
It's really good. We really break it down
Yeah, we do.
really well.
Yeah, I can never watch Stranger Things ever again.
No, neither
The
can I.
show sucks now.
Yeah, it's such a stupid show.
After that podcast, like we ruined it for ourselves.
We ruined Stranger Things.
Like I love Stranger Things. To at the end of the podcast, going, we hate it. Okay, Doctor Strange excited,
Yes.
keen to see him back. He's such a good character. Loki, spring 2021,
Mhm.
Disney Plus show, and it's not our Loki. Our Loki's dead from the main
Loki is
timeline.
dead.
Died in Infinity War. This is the Loki that in Avengers Endgame we saw him. When you go back in time 2012, he got the Tesseract, the Space Stone, and used it to jump.
Yeah.
And he disappeared.
Yeah.
So that created another timeline. So that's the timeline we're exploring, and that's the Loki we're exploring.
Mhm.
Weird logo where every letter's a different weird thing, but I think it'll make sense when we see
Yeah.
the show.
I think there's a reason for it, and I think that's because of what they've said about the show. Is every episode takes place in a different time period.
right.
And it's Loki interacting with famous historical events. So it's Doctor
On
Who,
Earth?
but it's Loki. I guess, yeah. Because you can't. I remember the famous historical event on Mars. No, you don't.
What?
I'm joking.
Well, I just mean like
I'm joking. I'm talking shit. You
is
kind
this
of
going to be one set in space on a different planet, or like?
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know because maybe it's a mix of the two. I don't know.
And like, it's bad guy Loki that got the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So like, are we watching a show about a villain, or are we watching a show? I don't know what.
See, that's another thing. Like, it's the same problem I have with Black Widow, but probably more so with this is because this is before any of Loki's character development. This is when he's still
Well, yeah.
he's just invaded New York and tried to like take over the planet, and now we're
Right.
meant to be following him and like being on his side, and he's the protagonist of the show. But I mean, I guess they can give him that character development. But the only thing is, as well, this is an alternate universe. This isn't our universe, so
It's more just for fun, to be honest.
yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
most sellable show they've got on Disney Plus.
But what if they end up integrating it into the MCU though? What if they somehow do that?
Like how? He'd have to travel to our correct.
Yeah, he would have to do that. But
Timeline.
how is he traveling through time anyway? He only has the space stone.
Yep.
So does he go and get pin particles, or he's not using the time stone? You'd assume, because that'd be pretty mad. So how is he traveling?
Well, the
through
time
time?
stone from his it gets taken back, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's interesting. I'm interested to find out what they do with this, but I like the concept of Loki traveling through time and being Loki and stuff, and it sounds fun. It sounds really fun. So even if it never gets integrated into the main MCU, even if it's just completely inconsequential, this is the one that I don't really care if it is consequential or not, because it sounds fun regardless.
Yeah,
so.
it'll just be a bit of fun. Yeah, cool. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
It's just Loki's such a great character. It'll be nice for him to have one last shine. It'll probably be the last time we see him.
Yeah, probably.
Summer 2021, Marvel Studios, What If?
Mm-hmm.
You probably will have something to say. I don't even think I'll watch it.
I'll watch it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It's just an animated show following events of what happened if something else different happened in
They'll
MCU.
explore all the other comic book worlds, like the zombie Marvel comics. I'm
Yeah.
assuming they'll go to that. They've got Fox now, so they can do Deadpool.
No, yeah, they can do.
Deadpool kills the MCU.
They could do that. I love that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If they get Ryan Reynolds to voice him too,
Yeah,
that'd be
of course.
what an awesome episode that would be.
That'd be very good. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot they can do with that. Now that I think about it, with that stuff, but
Yeah.
what if certain events went different that we've already seen?
Yeah, like.
I don't care.
I think it'll be interesting. It'll be a fun little watch. But it's not. It's probably the thing I'm least excited for on the list. I think.
Yeah, so that's summer 2021. What else will be summer 2021? Will be, because we've got no movies, it'll be
Spider-Man.
WandaVision, Loki, Doctor Strange is all in spring, and then just before spring you've got Shang Chi in 2021. Then in the summer you've got just the What If and nothing else until the fall. But we'll have Spider-Man 3 in there. One can assume.
Spider-Man. What are they gonna call it? Give it a name off the top of your head.
We've got Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home.
You've thought about this too much. Go on.
What do you mean?
Quick. No, I just want a quick answer. Go.
Oh, I don't know, man. Spider-Man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something home.
Incorporate home, yeah.
Yeah.
Home into it. Home run. Spider-Man home run. Joins a baseball team.
Could you imagine if that's the name of the
Spider-Man home run.
Home run.
Spider-Man
does that mean
homeward bound.
It's about him losing his virginity. Spider-Man home run.
That'd be great. I'd watch it.
Actually, that probably is what it's going to be. A bit like
Spider-Man home run.
Spider-Man homeward bound. That's
Homeward
terrible.
bound.
That's...
It's like the Disney movie with the dogs and the cat that run away from home and they get lost and then they have to find their way home. Have you ever seen that?
I've seen
Homeward Bound.
17 movies with that exact storyline about it.
Homeward Bound is the better one, and
is it?
that would be it. But it'd be Peter Parker is lost, and he has to find his way home to New York.
He doesn't have like a jet, the
No.
Stark jet or anything.
He has to find his way back. He's in Asia,
Well, he's already.
and he meets Shang Chi,
Yeah.
but it's in Russia, and then he has to find his way home.
Yeah. Well, he's already got lost and still managed to call Happy.
Yeah, but now he's lost worse.
How could he be lost worse?
Well, being in Russia would be pretty scary.
Yeah, I guess so.
Especially when you're like, where am I? And they're like, Asia. You're like, oh shit. It looks like Russia to me. This is the movie. This is
Peter Parker's smart though. That's the difference. So.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. What do you think it's going to be about? What do you think they're doing with Spider-Man 3?
Well, everyone knows Peter Parker's Spider-Man.
They
Spoilers.
do going into this, yeah.
Spoilers. Camera battery's about to die too.
Not happy about that.
Do you want to change it now?
Yeah, I'll change it. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
What are we doing with
Spider-Man Home Run.
Every-
What do we think it's about?
So everyone knows Peter's Spider-Man. Spider-Man's Peter.
Yeah.
That's where we're starting with this movie.
Do you think that's now it?
No.
Everyone now knows.
I refuse to believe it is until
When
I
you're
see
going to
that
have
it is.
9 Spider-Man movies for the next 15 years, and he's going to
everyone
lead the
knows.
Avengers, and everyone knows the whole time.
I don't like that. Don't want that.
Neither do I. So how do they convince the world that that was a lie?
Okay. Either you do something, you have proof, or you use scrolls, or maybe that's why he starts taking pictures of Spider-Man. To keep it up. To keep up the, like, obviously we're two different people.
Right. That's what you're saying. Maybe that's where that starts in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit far-fetched for the MCU. I feel like if it were a comic movie, it would work. Like, or a comic book, it would work. Like, if you just, like, everyone knows Peter's Spider-Man, then he's like, here's these pictures I took of Spider-Man, there's no way it's me. Like, in a comic book, maybe that would work. In a movie, though, maybe it's
in the MCU, it's too hard.
It's a bit far-fetched, yeah. But maybe you could have... He could use the scrolls that are knocking about on Earth in order to... You know, one of them turns into Peter. One of them... Then he can dress up as Spider-Man, be Spider-Man, then you see them both in the same place, and it's like, oh, can't be. Or maybe the next villain directly then ties into proving that Mysterio was lying, because also it wasn't just him saying that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, it was also him saying that Peter Parker is a villain that tried to kill everybody with the drones. So
right, you're true.
If they can prove that actually Mysterio was controlling the drones, then maybe everyone will also be, oh, so he was also lying about Spider-Man's identity. Maybe that is how you prove it.
True.
How you fix that?
So you've really got to spend a lot of the movie protecting that secret, getting that to be a secret again, and yeah, it's a complicated storyline. It's not really a storyline I want to see. But
yeah, I don't know.
To be fair, hiding your own identity, I mean, it's a very Spider-Man storyline, so I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna do 9 of them, you've got to explore something different each movie. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just hope that they do that, and they don't just roll with, oh, now he's a celebrity like Tony Stark, because that, I mean, for one, that'd really, really piss off a lot of people, because people already
You know what?
think
I want them to do it now.
it's
Just to, you know what? I want them to wear the Iron Man suit. And that just to piss people off that much more, because I hate Spider-Man fans. They're a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, I hope that they don't do that, but I don't think they will. There's no way.
No,
Like they
think
know
you're
that
right.
people don't want it.
Especially, yeah, when he's making him look like a bad guy. Like, so that'll be what it's about.
Yeah,
It'll be a PR Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
Like,
it's him just going into it's PR meltdown. He's
Yeah.
like, what do I do?
Yeah, gotta make Spider-Man a hero and Peter Parker his own person.
Yeah,
And there'll be a lot of complications doing that with MJ as well, and then whatever villains next, which hopefully some sort of introduction to Norman Osborn. But I'd like to see another. I don't know. I'd like to see another obscure villain. They had Vulture and Mysterio, and they nailed them.
yeah.
Nailed them.
I'd love to see Kraven. That's one I'd love to see.
Okay.
Kraven the Hunter. Sandman, if they were to do that, but I mean they did that in Spider-Man 3, so I feel like they won't do that.
Yeah, I'm not that interested in Sandman.
What are the major Chameleon? I'd love to see Chameleon. I think that'd be fun.
Yep.
If they finally developed Scorpion and made him a villain, not just sort of like a background character like they had in Homecoming.
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Same with Shocker.
Yeah. I mean, Shocker was a weird one because it's like he wasn't a villain.
It was a very Dark Knight way to do Shocker. You know what I mean? To make it like super realistic, like
he's just. And also, he wasn't. It was so weird, like how he was just in the background and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm just calling myself the Shocker," but like he wasn't overtly like a big character.
Yeah.
Because it was so background as well. Like, so is that guy? Because there was 2 Shockers. Because Vulture killed the first one by mistake, thinking it was like an anti-gravity gun or whatever. And then the other guy took over. He's like, "Oh, you're the Shocker now," and gave him the gloves or whatever. Do you think they'll use that guy, or do you think it'll be, "Oh, it's another guy"? They have to use the same guy, right? Otherwise, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
so it'll just be that guy, that random actor.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, never mind. Not the Shocker. I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to see Norman Osborn come in at some point as being a big future villain, not the villain for that movie, but just like introduce him to the world, like have him buy.
Introduce Oscorp.
The old Stark Avengers building in New York.
Well, that's the thing. We see the old Stark building at the end of Far From Home, and it looks super different. And it must be important because in the trailers, it looks like the building, because you can see it from the bottom, it looks like they've just rebuilt it, and it's the Avengers Tower, and it's the same. But in the movie, it looks totally different. Like, it's a glass thing, there's a big middle bit with a garden in it and stuff, and he, like, flies through it with, like, his wingsuit and everything. Right. So, I would assume there's got to be a reason they hid that in the trailers.
Okay.
Because maybe it does play a part into the future of Spider-Man movies. So maybe it is going to be the Oscorp building. I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I hope so.
And he meets Harry somehow. Like, I think he becomes friends with Harry in a different way. Like, I think he will. It won't be where obviously he hasn't known Harry his whole life. That'd be weird. Because that was weird in The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That, like, he just gets brought into this second movie and they apparently knew each other and they were best friends or something.
Yeah, he's like, I haven't seen you in so long and it's great to see you, Harry.
Whereas I think in weird, this, like, he obviously doesn't know Harry.
No.
But I think have them meet and become really, like, good friends.
Yeah.
And have him be good friends in multiple movies before you get... Because, I mean, I think we're going to get Spider-Man 3 and 4 before we get an Avengers movie.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think you'll get Spider-Man 4 2023, Avengers 5, or whatever it's going to be called in 2024. Like...
Sounds about right, yeah. I mean, yeah, I hope that we get to see that with Harry. And I hope it'd be interesting to see how that conflicts with his relationship with Ned as well. Because Ned's a bit of a fucking idiot.
He's such a dweeb.
So it'd be interesting to see where they take Ned if Peter does meet Harry. Because Ned's done absolutely nothing. Like, he was fun in Spider-Man Homecoming. And in Far From Home, he was useless. So, what are they going to do in... Spider-Man 3 with Ned? Or do you think they're just going to drop Ned?
Just background.
Just a background character.
Background comedy, nothing. He doesn't need to do anything. I've seen all I need to see.
Yeah.
From him. Or give him some sort of actual character development.
I would like to see them do something with him, because otherwise it's a bit of a shame. Because I liked his relationship with Peter in Homecoming.
It was really good, and in Far From Home, it really was just like
so strange.
He was more of a plot device to like help out Peter.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Someone had to know so he could get away with
stuff.
Yeah,
they weren't friends. Like you couldn't see a friendship there. It was they just sort of, you know, it was
He was off dating something. Yeah,
so fucking weird. It was so weird. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to see them do something Ned. If they want to.
Agreed.
Turn him into the Hobgoblin, and I'll be happy with that.
Agreed. Yeah.
Do you actually agree with that?
No, I do, but I don't want Hobgoblin before Green Goblin, obviously.
No, yeah, do I.
No, I think that would be that's your final. Your Spider-Man 9.
Get the guy who plays Ned
Spider-Man
to get
9,
ripped.
yeah. Spider-Man 9 villain.
Spider-Man 9 is the Hobgoblin.
Spider-Man.
And it's Ned.
What's it called? Spider-Man.
Home.
Don't come home.
Spider-Man, don't come home.
We've seen enough. Please make it stop.
Oh god, they could. They should have Ned be a background character who's just making jokes for 9 movies, and then he turns out to be the Hobgoblin, and he comes and attacks Peter. He's Asian too.
He's the Mandarin.
There you go. He's the Mandarin.
Well, he's racially obscure.
Yeah, so they do it the other way around. So instead of the Mandarin turning out to be an idiot, Trevor Slattery, it's the other way around.
Turns out to be
Ned is the Mandarin. And then you realise, if you go back and watch all the movies... They weren't in the original movies, but when you watch this one, they do these black and white things like they did in Far From Home, where it's like, Jake Gyllenhaal was behind the stage, and he's really angry that Tony Stark is, fucking with Buff. Right. And then it's like, you see a clip from every single movie, and it's Ned, and after he makes a joke, you have, like, him doing some scheming or something.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, he's been the villain the whole time.
Oh...
No, that'd be. Don't do that. That'd be so silly.
I'm in. Yeah, but I think you need in terms of the Earthbound Avengers stuff we're gonna do, because I think the next Avengers movie will be only Earth. Mm-hmm. I don't think because again, like we talked about, cosmic storyline, Earth storyline. I don't think they'll converge until the Infinity.
Yeah, maybe like Phase 6, Phase 7.
Yeah, like the next Infinity War.
Yeah.
Will be when those two lines converge. Whereas I think there'll be an Avengers movie, and then I think there'll be some sort of other one will be an event title.
Maybe Guardians will work more as a team up movie. Maybe they'll get every character in Guardians. Or do you think they'll keep Guardians as Guardians?
I hope so. At least in the third one.
Yeah.
Because who knows if we get a fourth?
Who knows?
That's the worry. We never thought we were going to get a fourth movie of any solo group.
No.
We kind of thought 3 was in, and then all of a sudden Thor, thank God, someone of the originals gets a fourth. Like, I'm so fucking happy we're getting a fourth Thor movie. Sad as soon as they announced it properly, and it's pretty much like them telling you, you're not getting a fifth. Fuck Jesus. My life. But we'll get to that in like 1 sec. Hawkeye we've already kind of talked about. I fucking love Clint.
Yes,
I didn't used to love him as much as I do. I think it was after Civil War and especially Endgame. Mm-hmm. Just such a good character.
He was always a background character to me, but after rewatching the MCU in the lead up to Endgame, I was like, I actually really fucking like him.
I'll tell you what actually convinced me. Age of Ultron.
He's good in that.
Age of Ultron.
He's very good.
I was like, you know what? He's probably the best character in the movie, because the movie's not all that. Like,
it's fine.
Cap and Tony, great in it as always. Like, they're the front men. I love them in it, but
Thor has some good moments.
Does he?
Natasha and
no, don't even bring up Natasha. What a waste. What a fucking waste that whole thing was.
Oh yeah, they don't do anything with it.
Because not only do they not do anything with it, why wasn't it those two dying like in the Soul Stone?
Yeah.
Why in the world would it be Clint?
Because you needed the Hulk to make funny memes while he was in 2012. You couldn't not have that.
There was no payoff. Like, it worked perfectly to have Black Widow and Clint in Endgame do what they did. Yeah. There was perfectly, but then it ruined, like, what? Pointless. So Age of Ultron, that whole storyline was stupid. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, I like it in Age of Ultron. But yeah, I mean, what happened afterwards, makes it a bit pointless.
And in terms of, like, everyone being sad about Natasha being gone, Clint was the most sad.
Yeah.
Steve was probably more sad.
Hulk threw a bench.
He did throw a bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was not happy.
And then he's like, I tried to bring her back. It sounded like it, didn't it?
Sounded just like him.
Thank you.
That sounded just like Hulk.
Try to bring her back.
It's that sounded more like him.
Fuck up, Hulk.
Fucking Mark Ruffalo. He fucking could have surely. Okay, so the Infinity Stones can do anything, right? But apparently not in the MCU.
No, because it's the Infinity Stones that. I don't know. Was it the Soul Stone?
Is the Soul Stone choosing that? Does it have like a conscience? It's like, nah, it's
Yeah.
against the rules.
Yeah, I guess.
That's weird.
Yeah, because it's like there's got to be rules, right? You can't just do anything. There's rules to the universe, and the Infinity Stones created those rules.
Could you
right?
not jump into
So the rules to even have the stones, where that person had to die. So you can't then use that stone to bring him back, because then there's no point in getting the stone itself. So there's like a rule to have the stone in the first place.
You're right.
That's what I'm telling myself.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, Hawkeye, very excited about.
That'll be fun.
I assume it'll be the end of Clint's time as Hawkeye, and then it'll be his daughter takes over the mantle because women.
Yeah, women are the best.
Yeah. Well,
especially in superhero movies.
Yeah, as long as they're attractive, or else.
Yeah.
What are we even doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Couple of nerds just talking about chicks better be hot, or else I'm mad.
Especially in my superhero movies.
Yeah, exactly. To end Phase 4 out, November 5th, 2021, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi comes back to direct, who directed Ragnarok. Best news you could possibly have.
Brilliant.
You got Taika back to direct a Thor. Chris Hemsworth as Thor again. Couldn't be more excited on the surface.
Yeah.
Valkyrie's back. Love Valkyrie.
Back.
That's exciting.
Hopefully Korg's back.
Korg will be back. No stress there. We've got it's pretty much the sequel to Ragnarok, and I wanted Thor 4 because Thor: The Dark World gets a lot of shit. Thor 1's
Yeah.
Ragnarok nailed it. Thor's we've kind of got the Thor that's been nailed down. The Ragnarok Thor is probably the most popular. Now that you've got it after 3 goes at it, and however many movies Thor's been in, it's like, do it again. Why not have a sequel to that? Why not?
Yeah.
Use that. You finally nailed it. Do a 4th one. They're doing it. Sounds like it'll be the end of Thor, though.
Potentially.
You've got Jane Foster, Natalie Portman.
Fucking bitch.
To take over as female Thor.
The amount of shit she talked about the MCU, like, oh no, I don't like it. I don't like being in the MCU. She hated it. But then as soon as they're like, oh, we can make it Thor, though. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm back. I love it. Give me the hammer. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, I love Natalie Portman. Like, she's a great actress.
She's very good. Yeah.
I
tell you what, I actually quite like Jane. I like her in the first Thor. I do like her.
Do you? I don't.
And I really like their relationship actually in the first Thor. I think Thor: The Dark World is a fucking mess.
We did a Thor cinema room, and we talked so much shit.
I've changed my mind.
Why? Because
I like it.
Because you mean the girl that talks about how smart she is and doesn't need other people, but then as soon as Chris Hemsworth comes in, she's like, oh my god, you know what I mean? I'm like,
I don't like
shut
that.
The fuck up.
I don't like that, but I like the scene that I like is where they're on the roof and Thor's explaining the 9 realms.
Yeah,
and that's a really well written directed scene, and their performances are very good, and I like that scene.
Okay.
That's not a good reason, is it?
It's not good enough.
No.
It's a good reason, but it's not good. I don't know if it's good enough.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't not like her. I probably liked her better in the second one. In terms of okay, she already loves him, so it's not annoying that she's acting so ridiculous.
But also, I think, right, the thing with this movie is, I don't think it's exactly what we think it's going to be. I don't think we're going to see Jane take over as Thor and Chris Hemsworth leave. I think this is a Jane from a different universe. I don't think it's Jane Foster from Earth.
Why?
Becoming Thor, because I don't like that idea, so I don't think it's true.
What's probably going to happen is, in the end, Thor's going to lose his powers. That's how it's going to kind of end. Thor's going to lose his powers.
But also, there's no. I
don't think he's going to die.
I think she'll be from a universe where she is Thor, and I think that she'll have Mjolnir because he doesn't have Mjolnir, and so I think there'll be a reason why she'll come into this universe and she'll be Thor. But I don't think Thor will leave.
Thor loses powers.
I think he'll. Well, no, I don't think he'll lose his powers. I just think that he won't be Thor because he doesn't have the hammer, whereas she does have the hammer.
But his name is Thor.
I know.
Like, his name is Thor.
I know, but...
What are you going to call him, Chris Hemsworth?
Well, in the comics, he goes by Odinson after Jane Foster becomes Thor.
Yeah, okay.
So that could happen.
Do you think this is the end of Chris Hemsworth as Thor? He said he'll play Thor as long as they want him to play Thor.
I don't think it'll be the end of... I think that would be really fucking dumb if they've just got him so right, and everyone loves him as well.
Yeah.
For them to go, and now we're going to get rid of him for a character nobody likes. Because nobody likes Jane Foster. Like, if you ask, do you like Jane Foster?
But to be fair,
like,
if anyone can make... And this is the interesting thing, right? This is the faith I have in Jane Foster Thor is Taika.
Yes.
Because she's come back when we were all stunned that she's come back. The amount of shit she's talked about the MCU. Fuck you, bitch. First of all. But second of all, she's come back, and Taika seems so excited.
Mm-hmm.
I think... And also the thing was, Taika came and pitched this movie to Kevin Feige. Mm-hmm. And they go, yeah, we'll make it. Mm-hmm. I don't think they were going to do a Thor 4 until Taika said, here's my idea.
I think it'll be a good one, to be honest with you.
I'm so excited for this movie.
But I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it'll take Thor in a direction that we won't like. I think it'll be done well. Because as well as that, the comic run of Jane Foster as Thor is a really popular comic. Everyone really likes it because
the female
it's
Thor. Yeah, no,
very well
I've
done.
heard good things about it.
So if they can translate that into movies, I just don't want it to be the end of Chris Hemsworth because he's so good and they've just got it right. Yeah. If they'd got it right from day one and we'd had all these movies with Thor and
like
it'd been
the same
perfect.
way Tony Stark and Steve were perfect from the start, and
passing that on, like
ended,
seeing Sam as being Captain America now.
Makes sense.
I'm
totally
not like
cool with it.
I'm not like, oh, why did they get rid of Chris Evans? I'm like, it makes sense. You've now got Sam as Captain America, but
10 years of Cap.
with Thor, they've only just got it right. I feel like you need more time.
I'm the exact same way. I feel like I've really just started to love him as like one of my favorites. He was always one of my favorites, but like I really just kind of like I dig where they're going with him.
Yeah.
He's gone through so much. Like I'm interested in what his storyline's going to be. Especially he's joined the Guardians at the end of Endgame. Thor's not going to be in Guardians 3.
He's not,
James Gunn said.
Yeah, it's set after Guardians 3 set after this new Thor. So
I do think they will do as Guardians of the Galaxy at some point. Like I think Thor will. I think if Thor does lose powers at all, he will join the Guardians.
That'd be fun.
Like, and he'll be just a
Guardian.
He'll be Odin's son.
Yeah.
A Guardian.
That could be fun.
That way, he won't be so like a superhero in amongst just regular people.
Yeah. He'll still be strong, but like he won't be God of Thunder.
God of Thunder. Yeah. Right.
That could work. And then you've just got Jane Foster as Thor. But that's the thing. How do you sell?
Do you do Thor 5 and it's just Jane Foster's Thor now?
It's just
Thor. And then Odin's son is in Guardians from that point on?
Maybe.
Would you be okay with that?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
Because Jane Foster has to be really good in this movie for that to be okay. Because if she's not really, really good, then it's like, why have you done this? What's the point? When you're doing so well with Thor.
So you kind of want almost like this emergency exit for this movie, where this movie could end and you're not like... Thor can still be Thor, but Jane Foster could be Thor in the future?
They can both be Thor. Why not? Why not have both of them?
I want both of them.
Yeah, I want both of them. What if Jane Foster is like Hulk,
what's your ideal end to this movie, what it leads to next? What's your ideal thing, from what you know about it so far?
Captain Marvel shows up and flies through Thor and blows him up. And then Jane Foster and Captain Marvel kiss.
Lesbian relationship. That's hot.
That's ideal. That's the ideal ending.
That's the ideal.
Yes. What's your ideal ending? The same thing?
The same thing. No, my ideal ending is... Because Jane Foster's becoming Thor. That's happening.
She is Thor, yeah. I still think that she is Thor. Because I don't think they're going to do an origin of how did Jane Foster become Thor. I genuinely think it's just another universe where she's Thor and she shows up. And she's already Thor. And that's it. And then Thor's like, the fuck is going on?
And it is after the Multiverse of Madness, WandaVision. Like, we're dealing with multiverses. Loki. Yeah, it's not like it's a new... We've really been introducing the multiverse for this next phase, specifically. First mentioned in Far From Home. Got some concepts behind it in Endgame. We're now really dealing with in this phase and to end it. A big impact from... Yeah, okay.
And she can be a character that teams up then. It's part of the team. You got Thor, you got other Thor, Valkyrie, Korg. Like, I mean, she could be like Hulk was in Ragnarok. Like, Hulk was in Ragnarok, and
so was Loki.
Maybe she is Thor in this movie, and she's in the movie. But they don't have to do anything with it. Because as well, like, Natalie Portman doesn't like franchises. I can't imagine she'd want to sign, like, a, 5-film contract or something.
Interesting point.
Because she hated doing Star Wars, and she hated doing the MCU.
Did she say she hated doing Star Wars?
She hated doing Star Wars. Yeah, she said that as well.
She said she hated...
She said that as well, yeah.
Hated.
Find it. Google it.
Oh, maybe later. Okay. Yeah.
She hated Star Wars.
That's so bizarre. And she hated the MCU, which I knew that.
Mm-hmm. But it's also, I think, as well... I mean, I think she doesn't like doing franchises because in both of them, she's been a character that people aren't very warm to. Like, who loves Padme? Anakin Skywalker does, and you do.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, I liked Padme.
She's fine. But, like...
I also just had a crush on her when I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I love Natalie Portman. She's so hot.
That's fair. But she also... I think that a lot of people give those Thor movies a lot of shit, and also the prequels a lot of shit. And so I think she's just like, I don't like signing on to do these things because
she ruins them.
Because it's her fault.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. It is her fault.
Yeah. I think it's in case they go wrong. She's like, I just don't fucking like them because if I sign up to do 3 movies,
let's look at her acting performances. All her best movies of her performances are like small indie or like just intimate movies, standalone movies. She's not ever that good in these blockbuster movies.
Yeah. She's fine.
Yeah.
I hope they do it right and get her right, and it's just good. Like,
yeah, right.
I hope they don't get rid of Chris Hemsworth.
Oh god, that's so terrifying.
They just,
I'm scared. I don't know how to end this, knowing the storyline that'll satisfy me. Unless, like, the only way I'd be really happy is if she's female Thor's in it for this movie,
and then she's gone,
and then she goes, kind of revives, rejuvenates. Thor gets an idea of who Thor can be. And he's like, I need to be like her.
Yeah, like that Thor. That's how you be Thor, yeah.
How he comes from this fat guy at the start of the movie to becoming,
They could do a montage of him working out. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Exactly. And then, he can probably become...
Thor again, yeah.
Thor again, and kind of find... And kind of be taken in the direction of, like, who he's going to become and whatnot. Yeah.
I'd like that. I'd like if they do that. But then I think people might get mad, though.
Why?
Well, the people that are like, oh, finally a female Thor.
Who's saying
so powerful and epic.
There's
so many people.
Chicks that will say that.
There's so many people. No, well, they're mostly men that are saying
it. Are they really?
It.
Oh, God.
They're all like, oh my god, yeah, female superheroes. That's what we need. But if they...
There's so many of them already.
But if there's not enough. But if they back out in this movie and go, she's only in it for this movie, and then it's back to white, straight Thor.
Good.
Yeah, well, I think that's good too. But everyone else is going to be like, nope.
You mean the only Thor we've ever known? Oh, no. You really like because he's one straight? No, it's because that's who Thor is and has been for 10 years.
We need Thor. We need more Thor. And then we can see him pass on, maybe.
Okay.
The mantle.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
The mantle of his birth name.
Yeah. So stupid. Okay. I'm fine with female Thor. It's Taika directing it. It's going to be a funny movie. It's going to be a fun movie.
It's going to be a great movie.
And it's Thor. Chris Hemsworth's playing Thor in it. Like, he's the main character. I can't wait. Thor, Love and Thunder. Great name, great logo, great director, great cast.
Great stuff.
I'm excited. Hopefully the script's good.
Hopefully. Yeah.
So, yeah. That's Phase 4.
Phase 4.
And we know that Phase 5, because it's Phase 4 transition phase to the next, group and team and story and what's going to happen. Phase 5 will probably be, I think, a 3-year from 2022 to 2024.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think we know that Captain Marvel gets a sequel.
Yes. Which
will be good. Your favourite one?
I cannot wait.
Yeah, I know. Black Panther 2. Mm-hmm. Very good. Guardians 3 will be in that phase. Yep. I think Guardians 3 will be 2022. Mm-hmm. That'll be pretty early on in the phase. I think it'll be... This is my order predictions. 2022, Black Panther 2 will be the first movie, like February, March. Then in the summer will be Guardians. And then at the end of the year we'll get Blade.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I think
Sounds
we get
pretty
Blade.
good.
What do you think of Blade and the announcement of Blade?
That's exciting.
Probably won't be R.
Probably won't. No.
No,
Should be,
but it won't be.
but it won't be.
No.
If they do,
it's not. But you can still make it good without it being R. You can't make Deadpool without it being R.
yeah,
So I disagree with people saying they can't do it without being R.
Yeah.
The only comic book thing you can't do well without being R is Deadpool.
yeah.
You can do Blade without being R.
You can do Wolverine too.
100%.
You can nail Wolverine.
Yeah.
They haven't, but you can. You can. The only time they nailed it was with Logan, which was R.
Which was R. Yeah, true.
But
True.
I
But
mean,
also, it's just a terrible X-Men universe, to be fair.
terrible. Days of Future Past was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty great, actually.
But there was individual good things, but like
Yeah.
overall, like
Yeah, it's terrible. It's fucking
but
shit.
you can do a Wolverine in the MCU.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be R-rated.
Who do you think plays the next Wolverine in this? Because there's Fantastic Four will be in this next phase as well.
Woman. Black woman. At least a black woman. Disabled if you want. if you want extra points. Who do you think? Like, I can't think of actors that could play Wolverine.
I know but have you seen what Boss Logic has been posting?
Oh, I have.
Guy who's in Kingsman. What's his name?
Don't know. But yeah.
Kingsman,
He could do it.
Taron Egerton, and he does kind of look at him.
Yeah, he could do it.
I think he should play Wolverine.
He could do it.
I think
Give
that's
him the
Boss Logic. Shout
give
out
him
to
the
Boss
beard.
Logic.
Give him the hair.
He
give him
does
the
kind of look
claws.
like Hugh Jackman a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Like a young Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
I think he works. He's
I
got.
think
He
he could
does
do
have
it.
the Wolverine head shape.
Yeah, he does. Like his cheekbones and everything.
Yeah, he does, like-
eyebrows too.
He really does look like Wolverine.
He could do it.
Yeah, you know what?
He could
and
do
he's
it.
young. How young is he though? That's the question. Is he young enough? 29.
He's young enough.
Yeah, young enough because Wolverine can be old. Like Wolverine's not a young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only issue with that is when you're like so if he was to sign like a 10-year contract between the ages of like 30 and 40,
Yeah.
he's going to age a little bit.
Yeah.
But Wolverine doesn't age.
Hugh Jackman aged a lot.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, but it's not quite
And there's
as
also
much.
technology is also better
They've just got to make him look young.
now than it's ever been.
Yeah. Tell you what, if they do a Wolverine movie, I would love to see them do. I'm pretty sure they were
Would you
originally going
rather
to do
see
it.
them? This is my question to you.
Okay.
The first X-Men movie they do in the MCU just be Wolverine.
Yes.
You'd rather that than an X-Men movie.
Yes, because I think the best way of introducing, because Wolverine, he can't just pop up all of a sudden, because like Wolverine's like hundreds of years old.
Sure.
He's got to have been around for a while,
Sure.
and I want to see that story. I would love to see them.
You want to see an origin story of Wolverine?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they would.
Again.
I think it's, but nothing like that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to see, because I think it's something they were originally going to do with X-Men Origins Wolverine, but they just decided to skip over all of it and set it in the present day. I loved how the beginning was set in like the 1800s, and then you had him fighting in like World War One and World War Two, and like that was so interesting. I love that. So I'd actually love to see that, to see him in the past, maybe see different points in the past, but really flesh him out
Yeah. Right.
until he gets to the present, and then somehow like connect that and open it up to now we've got an X-Men movie.
Because
that we
he's the
can do
first
next.
mutant, right?
I mean, he's not, but.
But in the MCU, you've never had a mutant before.
Oh, you mean in the MCU? Yeah,
Uh,
he would be the first. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you've never had mutants
Yeah.
even mentioned. We've had 23 films and there's never been a mutant mentioned. But a billion different super... Actually, I don't think they're going to be called mutants.
You don't? You think they'll just go with Inhumans, maybe?
What do they call Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch? They had a special name for them. In Age of Ultron, they were calling them...
I don't remember.
They were calling them... It's on the tip of my tongue.
I don't remember.
Enhanced.
Oh, enhanced.
Yeah.
Like enhanced people.
Yeah.
That's the same thing they called Inhumans in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
They were like, they're enhanced people, and then they came up with the name Inhumans.
Yeah.
Um,
I think they'll be called Enhanced for a while until they come up with mutants, like in the X-Men movie.
yeah. Do you think any of the characters that we've seen will end up being mutants?
Scarlet Witch.
You think she'll be mutant?
I think she's the perfect person.
But the thing with Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
is she's not a mutant in the same way as mutants.
Because
are
she's
mutants.
made of an Infinity
She's
Stone.
made, yeah. Like she is a mutant, like in the way that she's like mutated, but like mutants are like, it's like this weird gene that like some people are born with like these mutations.
Do you think
and
they'll
it
change
develops.
that though?
I hope not.
Because they have said the X-Men in the MCU will be different to what we've ever seen before. Very vague because we've only seen shit. So like,
Yeah, they'll just be good.
Oh, you mean good? That's what they're saying is it'll be good. That makes sense.
Yeah, I hope they don't change it drastically because I like that the mutants are their own thing. I like that they're not just it's not just another superhero. Like they've got this whole they're different, but then for fuck's sake, how long's that been like that for?
I don't know. All right, still going.
Where were we? Mutants.
Yeah, mutants enhanced. Who's going to be the first? Who do we already know that'll be in?
Do you think they'll go with obscure mutants, or do you think they'll just go with Wolverine?
Would Shang Chi be a mutant?
Oh, maybe they could start to introduce mutants in here. Yeah.
I don't know enough about Shang Chi to say that. People might be like, no, that's not his origin story. Like he duplicates because of this reason or that reason.
Oh yeah, we might be offending Shang-Chi fans.
Yeah. The three of them. Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be interesting though as a concept.
It's hard to bring in, man. Like X-Men to me, I would rather X-Men never get brought in, personally, to the MCU.
Okay.
Because there's such an established universe, and you're gonna bring in the X-Men.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like,
because a huge part of the X-Men story as well is the fact that they're different. Like, and people are upset about that.
That's my point. Yeah.
How do you do that if people are already so comfortable with superheroes?
You have to make it a modern take where it's not like mutants are. People like Magneto and Xavier, them being like starting the X-Men school, Xavier starting the X-Men school happens in 2020. Like, you know
Maybe,
what I mean? Like,
okay, here's an idea.
Okay.
What if the reason Xavier starts the school in the MCU is because everybody's so comfortable with mutants? And he's been a mutant his whole life, and he's had to hide it. And he wants to, like, there's people because mutants are also very different. They're not like your Steve Rogers, who's like a superhero, or like Spider-Man, who's looked up to. Like, they're weird and strange. So maybe that's what he decides to do. Like, people are so comfortable with these superheroes, but he wants to normalize the ones that aren't, like Thor or.
And the first X-Men movie will be a very like political accepting movie.
Oh my god!
That's what I'm hearing when you.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think of things like that.
Yeah.
But they will think of it like that,
Yeah.
and it will be horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do it in a good way. I think it would make sense that at first everyone's like, "Oh, these people are so fucking weird," but then it's been 10 years, and all of these superheroes are so normal and they're celebrities that maybe Xavier's goal is to normalize these weirder ones and make kids feel comfortable with who they are. And I mean, that's the point of the school, but maybe it's a different context in this universe, so maybe you could do that. But then it's difficult to do, so like, because then that means all the mutants have been hiding who they are for so long,
and we've only seen the story of like the X-Men school being so recently.
Yeah, they do it every time.
Like, I don't want to see it again. I don't even like the X-Men that much. The only X-Men I like is Wolverine.
Oh, I love the X-Men.
If they just did Wolverine, and that was like, that was it.
Yeah.
And they didn't do X-Men for a while, I'd be more than happy with that.
What if they come through from a multiverse thing? No.
I just lost all energy in my fucking body. That would be.
That's how they fix everything.
This is my thing. This multiverse stuff, I don't want to be overused.
Yeah.
I want it to be rare. Doctor Strange makes sense to be the character where his movie is about multiverses. He's the only one I totally get it.
Yeah.
I don't want Jane Foster coming from another fucking universe.
I do, because that means we don't lose Chris Hemsworth.
As long as she goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, I get that, but like, I don't want to keep seeing multiverses because then it confuses. Or I'm like, well, what's the important universe?
Yeah.
Is it what's the established universe? Are we keeping it in this timeline? Because as soon as you start mixing around what happens when, what goes where, what we're focusing on is what Tony did important, is what Steve Rogers did important, is the first era of the MCU important. What's the timeline?
Maybe it's sort of like expanding though, like how you start on Earth and then you also have other planets, and it's like, okay, so you've got all these different planets with different stories.
And then you got other universes.
And then it's like you've got all these other universes with different stories. The only issue with the different universes is you've got the same characters.
I'd shoot myself.
I also don't want them to bring in the X-Men from an alternate universe. I don't want that at all. What if, as a consequence of a movie, it's randomly people become mutants. Like there's something that happens that mutates humans, and it happens like just across the population of the planet.
Like Norman Osborn does something.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
And like
Secret
mutates
Wars,
a
Secret Wars?
bunch of people.
I don't think X-Men come in Phase 5 though. I think you get Fantastic Four. I think you maybe get Wolverine, but that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think you get X-Men.
I think X-Men will come in just before the next team up movie.
I think I don't. I think there'll be an Avengers movie. Wolverine won't be in it.
Oh, okay, I tell you what I think's going to happen. I think they're going to do an Avengers movie. Then they'll introduce X-Men, and then they'll do an X-Men
Secret Wars.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
But I think they'll do a team up movie between the X-Men and the Avengers, and then they'll cross that over with the cosmic storyline, and that'll be the big Infinity War Endgame type thing in 10 to 15 years time.
Yeah.
So maybe Phase 6 they'll officially do X-Men, and then do some sort of crossover team up, and then cross over all of that Earth stuff with the cosmic stuff.
I mean, I think Phase 7 will be the Infinity War thing, because this is Phase 4 is so short.
Yeah, I also think Phase 7. I
think this is such a short. This is like transition phase, and then we start the next proper.
Yeah, there's
It's just that don't even worry about what happened.
We're moving forward, and this is introducing a lot of new people, trying a lot of new things, and then Phase 5 is a lot of sequels.
Do you think X-Men they do in a show?
No. I hope not. That'd be weird.
Or you do like a whole bunch of like individual X-Men storylines in shows, and then do X-Men as a movie.
Maybe.
No, I don't even want to. I don't want to see X-Men at all. I could care less about X-Men. I could care less about Fantastic Four as well.
I love both of them. I want both of them.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, but so you don't care about the X-Men, but you care about Shang Chi.
I don't know Shang Chi. I know I don't like X-Men.
You don't like X-Men,
and I know I don't like Fantastic Four.
But is that just from the shit movies?
Yeah, of course it is. I never liked, but I also don't care about mutants. I always thought the mutants were boring.
Really?
Yeah, bunch of losers. All crying and sad. People don't accept them. Fucking suck it up. You've got superpowers. You fucking losers. I don't feel bad.
What about Rogue? She can't touch people without them dying.
Oh, what a bitch! Just kill yourself.
See, you're gonna be the villain. You're the villain of the next X-Men movie. Xavier's gonna be really unhappy that you exist, and you told this student to kill herself.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Well, that's that. I mean, X-Men's not even been announced. So I don't know why we're talking about it.
Yeah, I know. But we know it's coming. He said, and them mutants. He did say that, though.
Oh, he did say mutants. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Okay. But other than that, we've obviously got, Black Panther.
Excited.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, excited. Guardians 3, super excited.
Yeah.
Of all the things possible, probably the thing I'm most excited about. But Guardians is probably my favourite part of the MCU, now that there's no Cap or Tony.
Yeah, that's fair.
Easily. Is there anything else that's getting sequels? Ant-Man 3. Do we get another Ant-Man movie?
They haven't said that. But if they do, it'll be Scott training Cassie, and then she'll be Ant-Woman. Because...
The thing is, she actually would because she's a lot older.
Yeah. No, that's probably... Yeah, they probably will do that.
Really?
Do you not think they'll do that?
Why? Paul Rudd can play Ant-Man.
Because he's not a woman.
And then when he's done being Ant-Man... You don't need more Ant-Mans. You know what I mean? We don't need to see Ant-Man 5 or 6.
I think Cassie will become...
Do you think The Wasp will get her own movie?
No. Maybe a Disney Plus show. But I don't think they'll do a movie.
That'd be alright.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. She's a good character, but I would not watch a whole... I don't even like Ant-Man that much. So watching...
I love Ant-Man, but I love Paul Rudd.
Yeah. He's the best part of the movies.
Yeah,
it's not
the main character.
Yeah, but I mean, Paul Rudd being Ant-Man is the best part of the movie. If it was anyone else, the storylines are terrible.
Yeah, okay.
Well, they're not that bad. Ant-Man
the first movie was good. Yeah, first movie had a great
story. Fun little heist thing.
I don't remember the second Ant-Man movie. Yeah,
it was that woman that ghosted through things.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I don't know what happened in it.
They were trying to bring her mother back.
Yep.
And
they did.
They did.
I know that. Don't know how.
And then they forgave the villain and said, "We can help you."
Yes. And
she helped her with her magic powers that she got from the quantum realm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That are never brought up again. And will never be relevant to anything moving forwards.
Yeah.
But that's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Do you know what is also interesting? Is that Ant-Man said the 5 years was only 5 hours for him in the quantum realm.
Mm-hmm.
Then why did that old mate, the chick, age the same from Ant-Man 2? When she got out of the quantum realm, she was old.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a big oversight.
That's true. She should have been younger.
But then it's like time's different every time, so it doesn't really, like, it's not a set time in there. So you can say whatever time it was. Could have been longer.
But also, they had to go in and manually get her out. Whereas Scott, they didn't, because a rat flicked the thing. Maybe it was something to do with the pin particles. I don't know. I'm making excuses
it's to do with
for
the
an
quantum realms. What it's
oversight.
actually to do with, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
I don't know.
We need the rooks.
We need the rooks. What other movies are coming
Blade.
other than Blade?
And there will be Spider-Man 4 will come out in 2024 or 2023.
2023,
Sorry.
yeah.
And then in 2024 we get Avengers. Now this is my last question to wrap this up because we really should wrap it up. It's almost 2 hours long.
Okay, we haven't talked about Fantastic Four. Everyone else cares. You don't care. Everyone cares. We spent too long talking about WandaVision to not talk about Fantastic Four.
But we know when it's coming. It's something happening now. Like, Fantastic Four comes out, what, 2023?
Yeah. Who do you want cast the Fantastic Four?
My balls. I don't care.
That's a good casting.
my nutsack. I'll tell you what I want. Hang on.
The Fantastic
What are the names of
Four.
their characters? What are the names of the characters?
Mr. Fantastic is the main guy. That's not his real name.
Yeah, okay.
I don't remember their names. Johnny Storm, The Thing.
Who's he played by? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I want. John Krasinski is who I want to play.
He's perfect.
Yeah, that's who I want
He
to play
is
Mr.
absolutely
Fantastic.
perfect.
And his real life wife is who I want to play his wife in the movie, Emily Blunt.
Yeah, that works too.
Are you in agreement with me?
Yeah,
That's
let's do that.
That's
Let's
who I
do
want.
that.
Yeah. And
Who do you
what's her name? Is she just Mrs. Fantastic?
I don't remember her real name because his name is Reed Richards.
Why I hate the show.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, movies, stupid. Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic.
That's not their name. That's not their real names. That's like their superhero
But who
names.
I want is
She's Invisible Woman, and Mr. Fantastic is his superhero name.
And does he stretch? Is that what he does?
Yes, stretches.
He stretches. She goes invisible.
Yes.
Emily Blunt, John Krasinski. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Only reason maybe not is he's 39 and she's like 35.
Reed Richards is pretty old.
36. Yeah, but do they want 10 years with them?
Maybe with him, not with her though.
Why not with her?
Because she'll age a lot. They won't like that.
They won't like that. That's
No.
true. But like the only reason is they both might be a bit old to
Maybe.
be
They'd
around
work
for 10
though.
years.
They'd work.
But they
though.
look perfect.
Yeah, I think so.
And they're great. Both of them are such good actors.
Yeah. What about the other two? Johnny Storm and The Thing.
Chris Evans.
Get him back. They come through the multiverse. That's how we get him.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd want for Johnny
Everyone's
Storm.
like, Cat? He's like, what?
Flame on.
You flame on. Yeah.
You could get The Rock to play The Thing. It'd be fucking dreadful. It'd be a meme. It'd just be a fucking meme.
The Rock plays a rock.
I don't know who I would want for either of those other ones.
I just don't care.
No.
That's the only two I had an idea for because I saw someone else. It's not my idea to have those two as
No.
Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic. I saw that and I'm like, they would actually be perfect for the
works.
role, and I love them both.
Yeah.
And they're real life husband and wife, so they probably have really good chemistry on screen. Have you seen A Quiet Place?
I've not seen
That was he directed it and started it with her. And they were awesome in it. Good movie. Came out last year.
Okay.
It was good, but yeah, they're good in it. Fantastic Four. Who do you want cast in it?
Don't know. I don't know actors.
But so you'd be happy with that though.
Yeah, those two definitely. The Thing and Johnny Storm, I have no
Who's
idea.
the guy? Bloody Sweet Life of Zack and Cody kid wants to be.
Oh, Dylan Sprouse.
Dylan Sprouse.
Definitely not. No.
Why not?
He doesn't look like Johnny Storm.
What does that even mean?
Doesn't look like him. He's also not a very good actor either.
Why has he got black hair now?
We dyed it.
Yeah.
Like, no, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be strange casting if you cast Dylan Sprouse as Johnny Storm.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I can't think of anybody else though.
Because he was the fat one. Dylan was the fat one.
He
of the
was
twins.
the fat one, yeah.
Because Cole started with C. Cody started with a C. And that's why like Cole was Cody, and Zach was playing the other one. Yeah. That's how I remembered who played which twin played which one.
Yeah. Cole is also tall.
Is he?
Well, he's taller than Dylan, I think.
Yeah, right.
He always used to be. Maybe Dylan.
Because that's the thing. That's Cole.
Is it?
That's not Dylan Sprouse.
Oh, I can't fucking tell.
I can.
I can only
Cody.
tell if they're standing next to each other.
That's Cole.
Yeah.
That's Dylan.
Yeah.
But the first result.
Oh, he's got black hair, yeah.
Because Cole's the one in Riverdale or whatever, that Netflix show.
Yeah, Riverdale, yeah. You ever seen Riverdale?
Never seen it.
No, good.
Have you seen Riverdale?
No.
Okay. I just know that he's in Riverdale.
He is in Riverdale.
Yeah. I got female friends, so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah, I know that. But anyway, yeah, that's a no from me as well, probably. But I don't care.
Justin Bieber. Cast Justin Bieber as nice though.
All right.
I reckon he sort of could pull it off as, like, the look.
Justin Bieber.
But he couldn't pull it off. He's not an actor.
Wait, you were serious when you said Justin Bieber?
No, I wasn't serious when I said it, but then I reflected on it. Was like, Johnny Storm looks pretty cool. Justin Bieber can look pretty cool if he stops looking homeless.
But he's got tattoos everywhere.
Yeah, see John off. They do that sometimes.
Okay.
Or all the time.
All right.
But don't do it. I don't think it will be
right,
good.
okay. Yeah, I think don't go too young with Fantastic Four. You don't need kids like.
No.
Yeah. You can go like late 20s though.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Krasinski might be a little too old. But I think that'd be perfect for like Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last question before we wrap this up.
Yes.
The Avengers. Who are in this next Avengers movie? Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Space Ones. Eternals, Guardians, Thor, Captain Marvel. You can't. Doctor Strange probably involved there.
So Doctor Strange doesn't count as an Avenger?
I don't think he's Earth Avenger.
Okay.
Who do you have? And for that fact, you probably don't have Scarlet Witch in Earth Avengers either.
Really?
Okay.
I think she'd stay.
Let's make her available for the draft. Let's make her available for the draft.
Okay, good.
This next Avengers movie, you get 8 Avengers.
8. Okay.
Not too big. It's not as big. It's bigger than Avengers 1, but we're not going like Infinity War, Endgame.
Okay.
Big. But this next team up movie, who's in the Avengers? Who do
Okay.
you pick on your 8-man roster? They give you 8.
Captain America. Sam is Captain America.
Yes.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Number 2. Black Panther.
Yep.
Um.
I'm agreeing with you on all 3 so far, so I'm with you. I'm just going to copy you. Yeah.
Who's left over?
I'll close this up. Yeah.
Let's go Scarlet Witch as well.
Okay.
Kept her available for a reason.
Yeah.
New
Black Widow?
New Black Widow, yes.
Okay. Shang Chi?
I don't know. I think, he has to be. They're not just going to have him so he can't team up.
Sure.
He's got to be. Winter Soldier.
Okay, yep. Yeah, I agree.
Still got another one.
New Hawkeye?
Hawkeye's daughter.
Okay.
That's a weirdest fucking team.
That is a weird team.
I feel like I'm missing some characters.
Now,
What about Blade? What's he going to do?
he's not... Yeah, he'll be in the next phase, so yeah. He could be in it. You could put Blade in it.
What about Fantastic Four? They count. They'll be Avengers, right?
Yep. It's not picking them, obviously.
They count, though. I think they will be Avengers, though.
How dare you?
They'll be
that.
Avengers.
No, they won't.
Well, they won't be Avengers, but they will be in an Avengers movie. Like, they'll team up with the Avengers like they usually do. But they're not Avengers. Same way X-Men aren't Avengers, but they team up together, they fight together sort of thing.
Fuck my life. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, what's your 8?
Captain America.
Yeah.
Sam. New Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Winter Soldier. Shang Chi. Spider-Man. Thor.
You said Thor wasn't available.
Did I cut Thor out?
You did cut Thor out. Otherwise, I would have also said Thor. Thor will come back to Earth. You would have thought.
Or is he in the cosmic storyline though?
Well, I'd say he is in the cosmic storyline, but then it seems weird for him not to be an Avenger. To be fair, though,
But
he
this
was
is a totally new group. You can't have anyone from the old Avengers. Just for that. Yeah, Thor's out. Sorry. I apologize. Thor's out.
What about Black Panther? He's an Avenger, though. He was in Infinity War. He's an Avenger.
The old 6.
Oh. Well,
You can't have Scarlett Johansson, Clint.
you can't have
Hulk.
Scarlett Johansson. What's that? Why?
She died.
Oh, no!
Worst meme you've ever done. Ever.
Being shocked that Black Widow's dead.
The worst meme of all time.
That's what I want everybody to do. Just don't know that Black Widow's dead. Treat it like a spoiler.
Yeah, no.
Scarlet Witch was an Avenger. Oh, but she
The
wasn't the
6,
original
bro.
Six.
The
So you're
fucking
saying
6.
But most of them are gone
Spider-Man's
anyway.
an Avenger already. That would be
Yeah.
like you can't have Spider-Man. He became an Avenger in Infinity War. He's an Avenger.
You can't have Hulk because he's not
you
Hulk
can't
anymore.
have Hulk because he's the worst now.
He'll be about, though. Do you reckon he'll be in Doctor Strange, too? At the beginning? He'll just be there? Maybe they'll use the pin particles for
maybe.
his thing?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I think. Do you have Ant-Man in? I'd have Ant-Man in my Avengers.
I would have Ant-Man.
Yeah. So let me do mine. I'll do mine. So Captain America, Spider-Man. They're my first 2 picks of any Avengers team. Would be Cap and Spider-Man. Winter Soldier. Though I don't want to call him the Winter Soldier anymore. I think he should. Bucky. Because Winter Soldier's kind of like not really.
The Summer Soldier.
Yeah. So Falcon, Cap, Winter Soldier, Spider-Man, Shang Chi. So we can't have Doctor Strange, you reckon? I don't reckon we. I don't reckon we.
Yeah, he's an Avenger.
He's
I
also
mean,
too overpowered.
when you think of like the Avengers, though,
he's not an Avenger though.
Yeah, he's not an Avenger. He's never been an Avenger, but he fights with the Avengers. Like he teams up with them.
But I feel like he shouldn't be an Avenger because he's kind of like his own entity.
Yeah, he's not like when you think about who the Avengers are.
Yeah,
he's not employed by the Avengers. Like, he doesn't work from do missions for him.
He is his own entity that the Avengers go to for help, that the cosmic people go to for help. He's he's his own. He's too big almost in some ways.
Yeah, because when you think of the Avengers team, it's like, who is Captain America
leading?
leading?
Who I don't put in the Avengers, Captain fucking Marvel.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, no,
Definitely
fucking
not.
way. She needs to stay as far away from the Earth storyline as possible.
Should stay far away from the MCU as possible. She's too powerful for any of it.
Yeah, she is too bad.
Why didn't she just fly through Thanos and blow him up?
True.
Like she did with his ship.
True. Should have. So I said Spider-Man, new Black Widow,
Black Panther.
Black Panther. So that's 6.
Hawkeye's daughter.
I don't know if I want Hawkeye's daughter in it. Too soon.
She probably will be, though.
She's only been introduced in a show, whereas Black Widow's going to be in a movie.
Yeah, true.
I'd put Wanda in it, Scarlet Witch in it for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and my 8th would be Ant-Man.
That's a weird team.
Good team.
Why? Change the battery pack. Another battery.
Okay.
Where were we?
I have no idea.
No, neither do
I'm
I.
talking about our Avengers team.
I think you finished.
Yeah, well I said Ant-Man was my last one.
Yes.
And you said that was a weird.
It's a weird team, yeah.
Well, it's a new team, so of course it's weird. I think there should be like, it should be even smaller than that. I think we should have a new 6.
Okay.
If you could have, new second question. If you can only have 6, like the original Avengers, but it can be anyone, cosmic or not cosmic.
Okay.
Who do you have in your Avengers team?
Right, Captain America.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Thor.
Yes. Which Thor?
Triggered.
Triggered.
Jane Foster.
Yeah.
Bloody Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you got 4. You've said 4. Cap, Spider-Man, Thor,
yeah, I don't
Black
know who else.
Panther.
Wanda.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
And
Do you go the new Black Widow? Do you dare?
I would like her, but I still would like Bucky as well.
I can do without Bucky in 6, in your most important 6. He's like saying, it's like saying Rhodey is
Yeah, okay.
you know what I mean? Like
Young Black Widow then.
Yeah.
New Black Widow.
Because whenever a new Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'd change is get rid of Wanda, put Shang Chi in there.
You think so?
In your 6.
I love Wanda though, and I don't know who Shang Chi is.
I just feel like.
So why would I want him?
I just feel like. I don't know. I just feel like Wanda is. I don't know. I mean, maybe they give her a more important part. She just feels like too much of a side person to make a main Avenger now.
I like her a lot though.
I do like her a lot too.
I just think I don't know.
So we added the cosmic in there, but neither of us put Captain Marvel in there.
Definitely not.
Both of us put Thor in there.
Yes. The only
and you
others
know
are
there's
like...
going to be a chicken there, so you have to put a chicken. Like that's kind of like, and it's still not. We're being realistic here. We can't do an all male new Avengers team because it's just like not going to happen.
No. Who did I pick?
Black Widow. I put Black Widow in there before I put Wanda in there.
No, I put Wanda in first. I don't know who this new Black Widow is. I like Wanda, so I would have Wanda.
I'm gonna go new Black Widow, Captain, Spider-Man, Thor, Black Panther, Shang Chi.
I feel like you gotta have more women. I feel like this isn't quite diverse enough.
I've got an Asian guy, a black guy.
Yeah.
How much do you want? I've got 2 black guys because of Cap.
Oh yeah. True. Okay, that's diverse.
There's the only white people is Spider-Man, and I love how this is a a criteria for like our list. It has to be,
racially and
it's not. We're not playing by our rules. We're playing by the rules.
The rules.
The rules are ethnic diversity. Thanks Glee.
The Turtles. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Would you have? I guess I think you can have only 6 individuals, right? Because like I put Guardians in there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't think you can.
But they're Guardians of the Galaxy, not the Avengers are Earthbound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good list, I think.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, your main 3. Who's your main 3? Like when you think about Thor, Cap, Iron Man, other faces. Spider-Man's obviously
Spider-Man,
the number 1 of this next phase.
Cap.
But the problem is he's got 1 TV show. We're not getting a Sam Cap trilogy, are we?
We don't need it. Well, we are. TV show.
You don't think we need
as much screen time?
But
more screen time
over the next 10 years. We're only going to see him in the Avengers movies. When else are we going to see Cap?
I don't know.
I would be happy for him to get movies.
Maybe they'll do one because they haven't announced everything in Phase 5.
What if so you'd be happy if they did Captain America something in Phase 5 and it's Sam as Cap?
Yeah, definitely.
So would I.
That'd be great. And I want that.
That actually sounds awesome. Actually.
Yeah, exactly.
But my problem is I just don't think they will do that.
Why? Because it's confusing for people.
Yeah.
It's like this is Captain America, but it's also not Captain America.
But it is Captain
The difference is, though, at the point that they're at now, I feel like everybody knows and everyone's on board.
And everyone saw... It's the biggest movie
Everybody saw Endgame.
Everyone saw Endgame.
If you didn't see Endgame...
everyone saw Endgame.
And you want to watch Captain America 4...
Yeah, it's literally the biggest movie of all time.
So you know.
Yeah.
You'd know.
Yeah.
So they could probably do that.
Okay. Yeah, that actually makes sense.
Because I think this TV show almost acts as a bridge. That's why it's called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because after this show, he won't be the Falcon anymore. He'll be Captain America.
I'd love the Captain America 4.
Yeah, it'd be great.
With Sam as Cap.
Yeah.
And then they'll do Thor 5 with female Thor.
Yeah. And then they'll do Hulk. And it'll be...
How upset would you be if they killed Chris Hemsworth?
Really upset. Pretty upset.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good. That'd be bad. If they could... But how else do you get rid of him? Other than killing him.
Kill him in the 4th Thor movie. Or you just put him in the Guardians and you never kill him.
Like he survives Infinity War and Endgame and then just dies in a comedy. Because that's what it's going to be, right? It'll be...
Thor Love and Thunder.
It'll be like Ragnarok. It'll be a comedy. They're not going to kill Thor. So, at least he's safe. He'll still be in the universe.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I can't see them killing him.
Alright. I see what you're saying.
But yeah, I mean, that's everything. That's
Well,
Phase 4 and 5.
your main three, Spider-Man is obviously just
Yes,
one, and then
Spider-Man, Cap, and
okay,
Thor, I think.
I'd want Cap and Thor again.
Yeah.
You keep Thor in there.
Would you replace Thor then?
I don't want to, but he's not.
You feel like you have to.
I just feel like he's not staying. I just feel like
Captain
they
Marvel.
don't plan on him being Thor for the next
I
phase.
think Doctor Strange, but he's also not an Avenger though. Or
Black Panther.
Yeah, that was my other choice. Is Black Panther.
Black Panther would be good. I'd be okay with that.
But he's also very similar to Cap. Like, I feel like he's very similar to Steve, but also very similar to Sam as well.
And do you know why I like the fact that Sam would be a main of the three? Would be because I think he has a great chemistry as well with Tom Holland.
Yes. Anthony Mackie has. Yeah,
you
really
know
good
what? Anthony
chemistry with Tom
Mackie just
Holland.
has great chemistry with
Yeah.
everyone because he's
It's 'cause
awesome.
he's a great
he's
guy,
so
yeah.
good. Like,
Yeah.
I just think Anthony Mackie as the next Cap is so perfect.
It's strange to me that they haven't chosen him to almost lead the next era of the MCU. Because he's so charismatic and he's black. He's got everything you need.
I think...
He's still male. And he's straight. Not in that Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
But he, you know.
Yeah. Well, they could make him gay.
They could do. They won't.
God, I'd be so mad. Like, I don't care.
You'd be mad? You're homophobic?
No, I would be mad. Not because he's gay. Not because there's a gay person. Because Captain America's gay. Hey, guess what? Captain America's not gay. You're not making his shield color rainbows. It's red, white, and blue with a star in the middle.
Yeah. He's a stand-up straight man.
He's not gay. He's just not gay.
No.
It's not. I didn't write those rules. He just isn't.
Do you think Stan Lee wrote those rules?
Yeah.
He did write rules about Spider-Man. Spider-Man can't be gay.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Why
He
is
wrote
that?
those rules. Because he doesn't want Spider-Man to be gay. He's like, Spider-Man can be gay. Peter Parker can't be gay. That's the rule that he wrote. And people got really mad because when he died, there were so many people on Twitter like, now he's dead, you can make Spider-Man gay. Like, people were... I mean, like I said, it's about 5 people, but
Yeah.
they were in uproar. They were so happy that Stan Lee was dead. But they won't make Falcon gay. Maybe they'll do that with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Maybe that's what it is. It's their romance. And Bucky likes it when Falcon puts on the Captain America suit because it reminds him of Steve, who he was madly in love with. I hope they do it. It'll be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. All right.
I think they'll do Captain America movies.
I don't think they will, but I really want them to.
I think they will.
I want Captain America to be the leader of the Avengers again because he should be,
He has
and
to
he
be.
is the leader of the Avengers.
You can't have Peter Parker lead the Avengers. He's incompetent.
I think you do have Peter Parker lead the Avengers eventually,
Like,
in 10 years' time.
Well,
By Spider-Man 7.
are you gonna
Which
kill
is
Cap though?
No, I just think.
He'll just step down and
I'll tell you what. I said it'll be. Cap will always be the leader of the Avengers, but Spider-Man will be like Iron Man was
yeah.
to the Avengers.
So like he designs everything and
Makes
has all
everyone
the-
look cool.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But that's how I see it. I
So
think
it'll be
those
the
two
same.
as the first two would be actually awesome when you think
Yeah,
about it.
that'd be really cool.
The only
You
thing
could really
is,
put anyone as the third, unless it's Captain Marvel. Then you can't put anybody else.
but I think they are gonna make Captain Marvel the third.
Nah.
I think the main three they're going with is Black Panther, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel. That's what I think they're going with. I'm not talking about what I want.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind. Black
They're
Panther,
making a goddamn Falcon show, not a movie. It should be this should be a movie.
Should be. A
But they
movie.
can't call it Captain because if they call it Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
It's just Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
That would be confusing.
It's just the same
Yeah,
movie,
yeah,
but
yeah.
with and the in there.
Yeah. That would be so confusing.
Yeah, they can't do that.
Yeah. But if they did a show, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, to transition, and then they made just Captain America, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they could do that, and I think they should do that.
I think they should do that too. I want more Captain America movies, and
Yeah.
I love Anthony Mackie. I'm totally cool.
Yeah.
Cool with that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. What a good character.
he's the best of moving forward. I think is Anthony Mackie's
Captain America.
Captain America. I think that's the perfect transition because he's such a compelling
But do you know?
character.
But do you know, it's also a testament to how good the Captain America films were with supporting cast.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
when you
yeah.
look at the Captain America: The Winter Soldier, they had obviously Cap.
Mm-hmm.
They had goddamn Anthony Mackie in.
Yeah.
Like, but the characters in it, they had Cap, Falcon, Winter Soldier. Like, what strong side characters they are, as well as obviously Black Widow was in Winter Soldier, and Civil War had everyone. But in just Winter Soldier itself, because Winter Soldier probably is the best individual grounded solo movie in the whole MCU.
Yeah.
Like, it's top 3, I think, best movies in the MCU for sure. I like Civil War better just because of like how certain moments that were that cool to have everyone in it.
Yeah.
But in terms of you're just talking, probably the best script in the whole MCU, to be honest. The Winter Soldier, like,
I agree.
it didn't need these amazing moments to make it that good. Like, it didn't have a Avengers Assemble moment in it. It didn't have a Avengers fighting each other moment. It just was by itself a
Just
Captain
very
America
good,
movie that good of a script.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you just the supporting team, because you have Iron Man's team is Pepper, Happy, Rhodey. Amazing supporting cast. I just think Bucky, Falcon are stronger.
Yeah, no,
like,
I agree.
Like, as a team.
Yeah.
Who would you rather see, Iron Man and Rhodey charge into battle, or Cap with Falcon and Bucky?
Oh, easily.
You know what I mean?
Easily,
like, I just thought they were the best sidekick little team they had.
They're so well developed. I think that Falcon and Spider-Man are the 2 biggest characters and the best characters.
Should be. They're not going to be. I just don't think they're going to treat Falcon right. I think they're going to do him dirty. I really think.
Why would
I
they
think
not?
they're going to do him dirty.
Because I mean, I guess Black Panther
I hope
grossed
I'm wrong.
more,
I hope I'm wrong.
and so I guess they think Black Panther's more profitable than
For sure.
Sam.
But he's not, because Captain America is more profitable than.
After Endgame.
I mean, he's not. Yeah. I don't know. It's because Captain America as a product is a profitable. Civil War made over $1 billion, but Black Panther made 1.5, like a bit more than
But will Black Panther
1.4 or something?
Will Black Panther 2 do as well? Do you think it'll do?
I think it'll do $1 billion.
Yeah, I think it will.
I don't think it does. I don't think it probably beats the first one though.
No, I don't.
But I think it does $1 billion.
Because the first one was almost like an event. It was like highly politicized. Everyone was like, "This is really important."
Yeah, right.
So, I think I would love to see them do more with Sam, and I really hope they do. But you've got a good point.
I want a Captain America movie with Sam.
Yeah, I do really badly.
Now,
get the Russos back as well.
And then, and at some point down the line in the next 10 years, I also want Steve to come back for a moment.
Sure.
I want that.
Yeah,
like in the next Infinity War, I don't want him to take a moment away from what they build to for these other characters. I don't want him to get something, but like, I want him to
have a presence,
help in some way, in some moment, whether it's for Sam and his character, or it's just for the Avengers in general.
Have him say on your left. It's a callback to a callback.
Yeah, callback to a callback, yeah. I mean, you could, and, probably in the moment we'd all be like, yeah! Like,
but then when you look back, it's like, that was fucking silly.
Yeah, it was silly. But
on your left.
Yeah, I would love to see Steve come back for like a moment, just have that cool fan service or something.
I would too, yeah.
But I want a Captain America movie with Sam.
Yeah.
I didn't know I wanted it this bad until this conversation, and now I realise how much I want it. I think it's because I never thought it possible. I was like, that'll never do it. But now I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't you do it?
Yeah, why wouldn't you do it?
Transition show. And then have Bucky be his like sidekick the same way he was sidekick to Cap, and then eventually you can have. You probably won't have Bucky. By that time, this next 10 years over, Bucky will be too old. Like, the actors will be too old, and Sebastian will just kind of be, the moment will be past. But I don't know why you wouldn't do a Captain America 4 and 5 with.
I think the main reason is probably because he's not Captain America. So I think.
But this is becoming Captain America.
Yeah, and then that opens the door. I think because he's got to show up more. Like, surely you can't.
Because in the Jane Foster Thor comics, there's a love relationship between Falcon, Cap, as in like Captain America, Sam. Captain America, and female Thor. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that.
If you said to me 10 years ago, oh yeah, the MCU didn't like Captain America and Thor get married. wait, excuse me. Oh no, there's like a female Thor and a black Captain. What?
I'd like that. I think that could work. I mean, develop it a bit.
Because you can't. I don't want Jane Foster Thor and Thor to be back. To,
No, you also need to explain why because Thor as well seemed pretty
broken.
upset about Jane as well in Endgame.
Yeah, right.
Where he's talking about her again. And he's like, oh no, yeah, she
It's
left
an old
me.
flame of mine.
Yeah.
I goddamn love Thor and Endgame. I don't care what anyone says.
He's great.
I think he's the best.
Yeah, he's
I
great.
want to watch Endgame.
Endgame's really good.
Oh.
Endgame's really good.
Well, it's out now.
Let's do another spoiler cast on Endgame
I would love
again. If I can get a digital copy, I'll get the digital copy, the 4K.
to. Well, yeah, we can get it right now.
Yeah, I'll go on Amazon and I'll get it and buy it.
Can we watch it tonight?
We can watch it tonight.
Oh,
We can watch some Endgame.
yes.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it would be. Anywho, yeah. We've just talked for 2.5 hours about the MCU. Feels good.
Every fucking time. I thought this would be like an hour.
So did I.
Every time we fucking do this, we go off on one about the future of the MCU.
I could do. Can we just change Kill Comic Club name to something Marvel related?
Kill Captain Marvel Club. We should just start an MCU podcast.
Yeah, we never talk about. Well, we never ever will talk about Assassin's Creed again. So I don't know why we don't just like reorganize all that.
Do you
podcasts.
think this is a question? This is a bit unrelated. Do you think we'll ever rebrand Kill Connor Club to
Yeah,
be
I do.
something
Yeah,
else?
I do.
Because I've been thinking about it.
Yeah,
and
so have I.
it just is a
But,
weird name.
But it's not a weird name. It's amazing, but we've done it.
Do you think we a new name, or do you think we just call it KCC, so that it's
I
still got
think
the branding?
new name.
Something new entirely. The Banterhood. It's my favorite. Hey guys, and welcome to the Banterhood. And then it blares Ezio's family. Really fucking loud, bass boosted.
I reckon. Yeah, I don't know. I think
No, I don't know either.
I don't know, but I do think we won't do
We need to rebrand, yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
I think we had to get to 100 episodes. Like I think that was a thing for
Yeah,
us. Like
yeah.
we had to do this. We
Yeah.
had to get together and it'd be Kill Connor. But I think eventually when we're doing podcasts in the future, I just don't think it makes sense.
Kill Connor Club.
I just don't think it makes sense anymore.
No, I think we're due
Um,
for a bit of a rebrand. Would we call it though, like would it be like
But then
This
is it called
episode,
Kill
we
Connor
start
Club?
from-
Well, with Kill Connor Clubhouse, I think we just rebrand to Clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yeah, that's easy. That's
it's
easy.
super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the Clubhouse or
Yeah.
Clubhouse podcast.
Yeah.
Not even that.
As always, Clubhouse, something like that.
Yeah.
And then with Kill Connor Club, so will we start from scratch and be like episode 1?
Yeah.
Or- That's horrible.
It's we can't call it episode. You know, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
Kill Connor Club ends, and then
Start a new podcast.
Sunday podcast.
Yeah, okay. Well, we can talk about this not on
Yeah,
a Marvel
but it would
discussion
But it would be
podcast.
the same show. Like
Yeah,
it would be the,
It'd be the same
thing.
but just more vague. Something that's, our brand rather than relating to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Because even though we don't think of it like that, everybody else thinks of it like that.
Like the only way I wouldn't change the podcast number would be if it was like the As Always podcast episode, because that's what Kill Connor Club is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As
Like
always, podcast.
if it was just the As Always podcast, then I'd be happy to be like As Always podcast episode 100 and just keep going.
We just have to make
But
sure
if-
everybody fucking knows.
Yeah, well, whatever, bro.
Or we don't have to make sure, and we
You know?
confuse everybody.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I don't. How do you? I don't know. I don't think we can make sure everybody knows
No,
that's
you
ever
can't.
listened.
People will still comment and be like, what happened to the first 110
Yeah,
episodes?
yeah.
Well, I mean, if we do this, we'll do it next year.
Yeah, no, it won't be this year. No, not at all. Not at all.
So that's fine.
It'll be 5 years of Kill Connor Club and stuff, and yeah.
Finish 2019, go into 2020 with a new podcast.
No, just because I don't plan on ever playing Assassin's Creed ever again in
No,
my life,
no, we
other
don't.
than replaying the Ezio
Yeah,
games.
we
That's
don't
it.
we don't care. So it's
You
even though
care. You love it, you'll play all of them.
you're right, I love it. But although we don't think a Kill Connor Club is an Assassin's Creed name, it still is an Assassin's Creed name.
It is true.
So yeah, I mean, as always, podcast will be fine. It's not that catchy, but
And the logo look so similar already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we don't really have to change the Kill Connor Club logo.
yeah.
Just yeah,
Where it says as always entertainment, we could just change that and put podcast where it says entertainment.
correct.
As always, podcast.
And then Clubhouse becomes Clubhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we just don't call it Kill Connor Clubhouse. We
Yeah.
just call it Clubhouse.
Yeah, clubhouse.
And which we already we don't call it Kill. Have you ever said Kill Connor Clubhouse in the last year?
No, I just call it
I
clubhouse.
just call it
Everybody calls it clubhouse. Yeah.
So that,
exactly.
that's an easy rebrand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indie Club podcast, which is instead of Kill Connor Club,
Indie Club.
The club or Indie Club.
Oh no.
Uh,
Yeah. But that's it. Let's not fucking drag this out anymore. It's been 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks everybody so much for watching this video.
That cut out multiple times.
Yeah, we apologise. Just don't worry about it. It's what did you expect? It's as always. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Things wrong.
Yeah.
But that's it. Phase 4, Phase 5. Let us know what your favourite movie is from Phase 4 and Phase 5. What are you looking forward to the most? What do you
let
want
us know
the
what your
most?
favourite one is that you've seen and how you've seen.
Let us. Okay, here's another question. Give us your top 3. What are your top 3 Avengers and not like out of the Avengers? How much?
Let me give us your top 3 Avengers characters.
Your main
for the future.
3.
For the future, could be anyone from the cosmic realm or Earth realm. From Earth or the cosmic sort of sphere of the MCU.
Yes.
And then give us your movie or show that you're most excited about in Phase 4.
Do that in the comments down below. Thank you very. Are we gonna put this on iTunes?
Probably shouldn't we?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, Clubhouse special or Kill Connor Club special, Indie Club special.
Yeah. If you're listening on iTunes or on wherever,
I feel like this should be a Kill Connor Club, just a separate one.
What do we call it? Kill Connor Club bonus? Or what do we?
Well, I don't know. Like 4 Pillars. What are we going to talk about in this video? 4 Pillars one that we couldn't just wait 2 more weeks to put it out.
I don't know. I guess we can wait.
And this will be 106.
Oh god, but we weren't prepared. We didn't even read the list.
Well, you do the list.
I wasn't. I didn't come into this knowing this was an Indie Club podcast, and now I'm all turned around.
But well, you're gonna have to read the Patreon producers afterwards anyway in post. So just do everything like that in post.
Okay.
And then I'll record the list in post.
So this is 106, and the whole thing is just Phase 4 and 5 Marvel.
Why not?
Okay.
Also,
Fine.
what else would we have talked about?
Assassin's Creed. No, you don't want to talk about Assassin's Creed?
Sure don't.
No? Okay. Anyway, thanks already so much for watching and joining us for this episode of the Kill Connor Club podcast.
The first video one of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. Great stuff. And that's it. We're done.
Bye.
See you later, boys. Bye-bye. Just a disclaimer, it's not 106. You've already seen 106. That was the 4 Pillars. It's also not 107. It's just a separate thing. We didn't clarify. We just, after we finished recording, went, oh, it's a separate thing. So I'm telling you now, afterwards. But you probably already guessed that we didn't. Anyway, that's the podcast's over. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, boys. See you later.